see every day, especially on current patch, normally considered a little bit weaker than the Reinhardt, but still has its utility, has its value. Those annihilations are going to be absolutely pivotal. And again, we want to pay attention to those flex support. It's a hard job for Esk to match up against Zerion on the Baptiste, but that's what he's going to have to do as both teams begin to clash.
Yeah, I mean, Ramatra works well in my ranks because no one knows how to deal with Ramatra and gold, but this is top level Overwatch, but Mystery is going to come out on top already, taking Stelios out of the fight here, and now just forcing them back. Barcode does find Anxious out, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult for Pretty Base to keep a hold of this without that Lucio. Now with the rest of Team Schweppes speeding on to the remaining members of Pretty Base, but Barcode falls down. It's still going to be traded, keeps going back and forth, and right now OWSwi is in a little bit of a precarious position. Going to be able to get out for the moment, but right now it's anyone's point with Stelios coming back, taking down ESC out of the fight, and now Team Schweppes are coming back full force, taking no prisoners and getting the point back before it gets a little too out of hand, up to 19% for Pretty Base as the pause comes through.
Yeah, I mean, what we saw there from Team Schweppes, pretty much perfect play. Yeah, it does suck that they lost one when Pretty Base, ran into them in that first fight, but they disengage as quickly as possible. They don't lose anyone else, and they get picked while they're doing so. So they can wait for their respawns a little bit closer to spawn, come back in while Pretty Base still regrouping, still coming back into where they feel comfortable. And they win out that next fight. That being said, though, Team Schweppes have charged into a very quick annihilation, so Ariel 2 with the Fortnite Storm could make some big problems here for Pretty Base.
Unfortunately, my feed is currently at a PowerPoint, but okay, there it goes back. But now we're going in. Ant Matrix comes out from ESC, forcing position away, and now the Photon Barrier comes out as well, as OWSwi is just going to allow Pretty Base to get to the point without really dealing with that damage that came out from the Ant Matrix, but now the annihilations come through from Ariel 2, trying to force him away, and OWSwi's down out of the fight already, and this annihilation's gonna find so much value. Gonna force out the Sound Barrier after losing players. That is a huge fight win coming in from Team Schweppes.
I mean, Ramatra's main value comes from Nemesis form. Annihilation is just more Nemesis form with a little bit of extra damage sprinkled on top. So it's a massively powerful tool, and Team Schweppes more than able to utilize it to win out the fight, waiting out the wall, waiting out the beat from Pretty Base, and just coming in a little bit afterwards. And yeah, nothing Pretty Base could do at that point. Now Stelios is hiding with this Blizzard. It's going to be incredibly hard to spot this out, and instead it just freezes everybody.
Yeah, and that's just going to be a quick wipe coming in from Team Schweppes. And I mean, they do it without letting Pretty Base build up to more ultimates. Hikari's going to be coming up to this Blizzard, as well as Mystery with the Shatter here. But they've got to be able to find some value here, Spection.
And I mean, 75%, this is realistically last fight territory for Pretty Base, so these ults going to have to connect, else it's going to be a wipe. Overclock from Barcode, but Pretty Base just runs the point.
Yeah, they've ran away. 20% now up. Shatter comes through, and that's going to be a huge one from Mystery, knocking down the opposition, taking no prisoners. It's Pretty Base on get back into control of the point.
Yeah, they managed to take a quick fight win off the back of the Shasta. Saving through the Blizzard 2 is massively valuable because now they have fight wins. They have ultimates to begin to rotate and to begin to build this lead they hope to gain above Schweppes. Still, double support ults for Schweppes means that this is not over. This is not going in Pretty Base favor by any means. And a great wall to split off Ariel makes this a little bit harder for the red team.
Yeah, but a full back coming in from Pretty Base right now. You don't really want to give up that position, but you don't want to lose anyone quite as well as that the Ant Matrix does come through from ESC, but it's just going to be blocked off for the moment. But still, Pretty Base to have control, but not any longer. ESC goes down. There's the Blizzard in response. Barcode has fallen down, but is that going to be enough to keep the tide of the fight in their favor? No, it is not. Team Schweppes come alive, taking down Mystery and Hikari. Stelios on the May, finding 2, and that's going to be enough to get the point back into their favor. 85 and counting. There is still an opportunity for Pretty Base to get a touch here.
Window just burned through all the resources that Pretty Base had, trying to mitigate the damage from Zerion's Window, and unfortunately it was too much for them to bear. Now onto those stall spicks, but the Blizzard freezes them all out again!
Yeah, and there goes the Lucio of Pretty Base early on, and while the stragglers are going to try to come through, but it's just not going to be enough. There's no way to find a pick. The overtime bar ticks away. Team Schweppes take round number 1.
That they did, and they do it off the back of, in my opinion, a slightly worse composition. This Ramatra is very, very tricky to play, but right now they're making it work, and they're making it work fantastically well, even though all the shatters from Pretty Base pretty much guaranteed to connect with no shield to block it off, and right now that hasn't been enough of an advantage for them to win out consistent fights. I believe 100 to 80% is not bad progress considering the compositional advantages that Pretty Based have, but winning out in the end from Team Schweppes is a great show of strength, and right now they're looking poised to take the next map as well here on Market, and not any massive changes, at least to the compositions. The Sojourn pick now coming out from Schweppes, going to provide a little bit more pick potential, but other than that, it looks more or less the same from both teams. The Symmetra, if it's captured, is almost definitely going to TP into that window, try and get some early space, and we'll see if that's something that Schweppes expects.
We shall see, as Pretty Base is going to go to the point early on here so far, but still going to have to deal with the Team Schweppes trying to come in, but a lot of people on Schweppes right now kind of low, going to have to get that healing from Xeron to keep things going their way for the moment. Maywell's come out. But there's a pick already. Anxious goes down to Stelios in this fight. Ariel 2, though, kind of low at the moment. Gonna get healed up, but still, they've got to be able to find a way onto this point. If the point's gonna go in the favor of Pretty Based for a moment. As right now, both teams trying to vie for position, but it looks like Team Schweppes are gonna come out on top with the picks going their way.
Yeah, Team Schweppes, again, with taking another fight win, and again, they've charged so many of their ultimates. Zerion already has that window. Ariel 2, 80% to an annihilation, and so they can begin rotating these ults early on, and nothing on the side of Pretty Base means they're just going to have to sit there and take it. This defensive hold already starting out strong for Schweppes.
Yeah, the teleporter is going to try to bait them out, but the Amp Matrix has already come online from Xeron, and that's just going to be a blow-up on ESC. Mystery falls down as well. This is a quick fight yet again. Team Schweppes is just so deliberate with these picks.
I mean, triple headshot through a window. Yeah, ESC got absolutely folded. No Baptiste, no chance whatsoever. Pretty Base got sent back to spawn once again. And only using the one ultimate as well from Team Schweppes means they could charge into everything. They could just keep on banking these ultimates and make it hard and harder for Pretty Base on the next fight.
Yeah, so the rotation comes out here, though, from Pretty Base, but they're walking into the Blizzard already from Stelios, locking them all down. Mystery's falling, and that should just be Team Schweppes yet again, holding strong. They get that consolation pick from Hikari, but it's just not going to matter in the end as the team kill comes through.
I mean, both maids would get back at about the same time, but that Blizzard there was absolutely fantastic from Stelios, hiding in the corner, predicting the rotations, and even though it only throws 1 or 2, then the space it forced means that every member of Team Based was vulnerable, and they got taken down quickly.
Yeah, now trying to change this fight yet again. Blizzard is online from Hikari, but the sound barrier is going to be invested first, and Stelios is out of the fight thanks to that secondary fire. You might not even need the Blizzard here. This is going to be the annihilation coming in from Ariel 2. The Blizzard's going to be invested there by Hikari as the sound barrier comes in as well from Swiss Lucio. Keep things going their way, but Pretty Base is going to be able to take this point back and flip it over. Now Barcode's falling down as well, and it looks like Pretty Base are going to be able to cement their point defense.
I mean, also invested from both sides, but at the end of the day, it's Pretty Base who win it out and begin getting their first percentage here on Night Market. Holding this choke now does this Reinhardt, and with that hammer permanently up, it's going to be massively hard for Team Schweppes to find a window to push through. If they can find a Maywell isolation, that's going to be their chance, and it does connect, but broken pretty quickly.
Yeah, broken pretty quickly, and there's the Amp Matrix coming out from ESC to try to get this damage on to the remaining members of Team Schweppes, and there's Mystery taking Xeron out of the fight, and it's just going to be a reset coming in from the rest of Team Schweppes.
Yeah, sent back to spawn, the fire strike on Zerion, yeah, through the window, that's a one-shot, pretty clean, that wiped out, and back to spawn as well. I mean, only using the one ultimate, very, very comfortable for them. Team Schweppes only going to have the window to push back in, and as the point percentage ticks up, and with that pick, I mean, it's even Steven, so last fight territory for both these teams here. Team Schweppes have to disengage quickly, else getting staggered out further.
Yeah, overclock did come through from Tobzi, but Tobzi falls down, but again, like you said, that's just a quick fight win, and now you still have ultimates coming online from Pretty Based. There is a chance for this last fight for Team Schweppes if they can get back quickly.
Yeah, but they have to get back quickly, and they're pushing into the shafts. They're pushing into the beat. This is massively hard for them. They've hamstrung themselves, unfortunately, by taking a couple weak fights. And the ice book out early is
Oh,
not a great way to start.
there's the Shatter coming online. Blizzard comes out from Stelios, but you need to be able to find a pick. And ESC is found zeroing out of it, and there it goes, tied up 1-1, headed to round number 3.
Yeah, once the Ryan comp gets set up, gets to cycling its ults, there's various other Team Schweppes can do, but essentially play better forehead. So, because, I mean, the Shatter's going to wipe you out. If the Nemesis form gets forced out early, then Pretty Base can kite that re-engagement. It's not up. Unfortunately, the composition I think that Team Schweppes are playing is just a little bit weaker, so Pretty Base going to have those advantages once they do get set up, and we saw that right there with the choke control. There's so much damage on the choke from the Reinhardt, the Earth Shatter as well, a free fight win. And that means we finally go here to Garden. Again, teams look to be playing more or less the same thing, but Symmetra's on both sides of the board, probably both going to the point, but other than that, the only difference is going to be the tanks.
Yeah, the difference is going to be the tanks yet again here. Who is going to come out on top of this tank battle is the real question. Is it the Swiss man Mystery, or is it going to be Aerial coming out with it? And well, they're going to already find this first pick in the fight is Aerial. As this should be Team Schweppes coming in with the first point capture here.
Yeah, a nice rotation there. I was expecting the TP straight to point, but instead just using it to go right side. A little bit quicker, I think, than Pretty Base were expecting. So got a great angle onto the point, but able to force it out pretty early. Now they can try and hold this doorway, but instead just dropping back to the bridge. Probably a judicious choice. And Pretty Base, by the looks of things, going left side towards that right room, trying to dodge as much of that spam pressure as possible.
Yeah, but then they're gonna have to walk into this tight corridor and with Aerial 2 on this Ramattra. This is a perfect ground for them to use this Nemesis form into the remaining members of Pretty Base, but they're gonna rotate quickly. They've already lost ESC out of the fight thanks to Barcode's secondary fire, and Aerial 2 is just gonna lock that Nemesis form, take down a pair, and hold things going for Team Schweppes yet again.
I mean, yeah, quick wipeout and up to about 50% now, charging up to their ults. I mean, Schweppes look firmly in control here. That being said, it's a similar position to where they were on market, so there's a real chance for Pretty Base to get the flip when their ults come up online. And with the ultimates, though, that Schweppes have, they want to rotate just one, just two, try and get a quick fight win, so there's no chance at all for Base to charge any of those ults.
Yeah, I mean, Team Schweppes have got the advantage, and if they can keep things going their way, but they've lost Lucio early on. Now this is the perfect opportunity. There's the Blizzard coming in online, I believe, from Team Schweppes, and well, Annihilation has come through as well, and that is going to keep things going their way. Maybe not now with Aerial 2 falling down. They do lose Mystery in the meanwhile, but it looks like, well, you know, their trades are going to come through, so there's still an opportunity for both of these two teams to solidify the point, but is it going to, who is going to come out on top? Both of these teams still getting these trades, but losing Hikari there late might be Team Schweppes coming in on top, but the respawns are coming now back from Pretty Base. They've got the Reinhardt, they've got Mystery back on the point, but the Sound Barrier comes through, Shatter comes out from Mystery. Can they get the follow-up? Still trades coming out. No one's found a upper hand in this quite just yet. Spectrion, as the overclocks find one for each of the teams, but finally it looks like Team Schweppes might have come out on top and looking to take the first map.
100-0. Team Schweppes were made to sweat a little bit in that last fight, but other than that, looked very comfortable. And I think that was kind of the story of the match. Schweppes look comfortable. Pretty Base makes it a little bit awkward for them, but not enough. Schweppes take Lijiang Tower and go up 1-0 in this series. And that means that it is going to be Pretty Base map pick coming up next. But by those things, both teams want to play this Brawl Mirror. So as we go to Escort, then, I mean, we mentioned it before the game, Joker, but very likely we're just going to see King's Row again.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a pretty good game so far. I mean, Aerial 2 living up to you know, they've had some plays in what's it called, like Open Division and Contenders, mainly top of the board Open Division as Aerial 2. Not gotten the good real, you know, results that they've wanted in Contenders. I mean, they did get a 4th place in 2021, but right now they're looking like one of the tanks you got to look forward to into the new age of Overwatch esports here, Spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, Overwatch esports in general are going to be massively different in a while. And
Hmm.
Ariel too, right now, as you mentioned, setting himself up in a fantastic place. I mean, that match of play was very, very comfortable. Is that a Gibraltar we heard?
I believe
Okay.
so. Washpoint Gibraltar, interestingly enough. I mean, again, you can still run the brawl. I mean, it isn't, you know, I would say beneficial to run the brawl on this map, but um, I, w- I would think more along the lines of like a poke comp if you're not going to be running dive, because dive is probably just the better composition on this map. But I mean, we saw Ariel to run the Ramacha, which is still very good in poke, but I mean, like you said, you want to be up close and personal with that Nemesis farm as well. So I mean, it could be. I mean, if Pretty Base decide to go to a dive, you could still run that Ramacha to deal with said dive coming onto you.
I mean, Christopher, the ex-coach of London Spitfire, once argued that he thought that Ryan Sim Bastion was actually optimal on Gibraltar, but
Hmm.
I do think he's insane for that take. And these two teams play those things too. Pretty base starting on the defense with Monkey, Ash, Tracer. You can play off the nades, you can play off Toby's headshots. Anxious is going to be giving the Ash a pocket, and Schweppes on the other side looking to play Sigbril by the looks of things. Very likely use the Sim TP onto the high ground, then gonna swap. We'll see what composition is the better read, but right now Schweppes playing meta might have a big advantage here.
Yeah, we'll see how it works for them as Team Schweppes are going to already lose Xeron early on here, thanks to a nice play coming in. But hey, it's going to be traded back immediately. Tobesi's out now, and Swiss Lucia, and now as well, finding more picks. Is Team Schweppes Ariel 2 going to be able to find Anxious out and forcing back Pretty Based for the moment? Going to get this high ground and get the this cart started moving in their direction.
I mean, yeah, getting a 1-for-1 trade on the attacking side is always comfortable, but if you win out the fight as well, I mean, you'll take that every day of the week. So Team Schweppes already pushing the payload, and Pretty Bay is going to have to respawn. At least playing these fast series, they will get back to the fight quickly.
Yeah, but we'll see if they can keep things going their way. The fight breaking out on the cart for the moment, and now they've lost their May early on in this fight. Has Team Schweppes. There's going to have to be a little bit of a backup coming in from Team Schweppes, but we'll see if they can keep things going. Pretty Based looking for this damage thanks to their Ash, if they can find value Tobesy on that Ash. But we'll see. The rotations coming in from Team Schweppes for the moment. Still nothing really doing quite just yet.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Team Schweppes can play a little bit slow if they want. As long as they don't get picks and they can keep on fighting, they will eventually have an advantage. But as I say that, Sojourn going down early from Schweppes, I mean, they just have to disengage again. They have the closest spawns. They can take a quick fight,
Ooh.
but instead, they're going for it.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb going to come out, force out that Immortality Field from Hikari there. As they're still looking to hold it out. Bob did come out as well from Tobesy to force position away, but it's going to be taken down before it can really do much damage now. Team Schweppes have the opportunity to go in with the Gridic Flux coming out from Ariel 2, but no damage has come out just yet with an Nano Boost now on to Mystery, forcing back Team Schweppes for the moment with a nice Primal Rage coming out. They haven't found a pick off of it yet. As Mystery goes low, has to go back to their team. Now the Amp Matrix coming in, and Ariel 2 finds Mystery out. That's a huge opening that Team Schweppes were looking for. Now they can get this cart back into their favor. See if they can get this this first point captured, and it looks like they're still gonna get forced out for the moment. ESC very low, but they are gonna find Ariel 2 out is Pretty Based. Now they can come back from spawn, look for more, look for this hold to keep going their way. They can't get off the cart though. They need to stay there. They need to be able to find more and confirm these kills, and they do so with Hikari finding Xeron out.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so slow from Schweppes, and that means that this time bank is burning down quickly as well, so just going to be under a minute as I say that. Is Team Schweppes. They're going to need to get something going quickly, and by the looks of things, moving over to the Doomfist, how they elect to do it. They have the overcook, they have the beat, but so far it has not been enough.
Yeah, it hasn't been enough quite just yet. Looking for a pick here. They Barcode has this overclock available, but the sound barrier is going to be used early on. Overclock coming in as well, and they're going to be able to take ESC down. The Bob comes out. Trades are coming through. Who's going to come out on top? Still trades coming out, but the Bob finding out Swiss Lucio looking for more. Team Schweppes are going to have to try yet again, but there is only 30 seconds remaining here, Spectreon.
They'll be able to get a touch at least, but other than that, it's looking pretty rough for them. They have no ultimates. Nanabu's getting closer and closer, and right now the Pulse Bomb has been a big problem for them. Doomfist, I mean, Tracer, they can definitely get on the car, but I mean, no angles, no high grounds to control, and under 10 seconds, they're going to have to sprint for the objective.
Yeah, and with that Pulse Bomb coming on, it's going to be cleansed away. They got to get to the objective, but Stelios finding the pick onto Hikari. There's the Nano Boost coming out, and Aerial 2 no longer there. The res going to come through. This should be pretty based with the hold on point 1, unless there's some change coming in. Stelios has this Pulse Bomb available. Can they land it? Can they find it? Can they stay on the cart is the real question right now. And no, they cannot. The picks all going blue as Pretty Base complete the full hold on point 1.
I mean, Pretty Based on their map pick are doing absolutely fantastically right now, just established on the point, and Schweppes really not able to do much about it. A big flip on the script, what we saw last time with Schweppes. I mean, they won out the first fight, but other than that, it was entirely silent from them. And now the buck has been set just a couple meters, just under the car wash, is where the golden box of victory will be in 4 minutes, where Schweppes are going to have to stop the payload getting that far. So they have maybe a fight to go up, maybe 2 if we're extra generous, they hold extra aggressively, but right now there's plenty of pressure on them to play nigh on perfectly, and from what we've seen from Pretty Base so far, they're more than capable of exploiting that.
Yeah, they definitely are. They definitely are indeed, Spectreon. We'll see if they can continue going this way, or are we going to see a fuller hold? That is still obviously available. I mean, that is still definitely an option, but I mean, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. I do like this pick coming in from Barcode with the Widowmaker coming out. That one-shot potential is huge in these moments to get those full holds.
Yeah, especially if it was on the attacking side, I'd like it a little bit more. I do think that the problem with Widowmaker is that often she can struggle to find value if she isn't one-tapping, so can be a bit of a weakness. We'll see if Pretty Base are able to exploit it just by jumping on top of our heads. And another thing worth noting is that there's no Brigitte on the backline right now for the defending team, so if a dive does come through, they will have very little ability to peel it off.
Yeah, we'll see right now. Obviously, Barcode looking, just waiting for someone to peek their head. Almost finding Tobesy there, but Aerial 2 has been found out and getting me very low right now. Thanks to ESC and company with that nice anti-nade. Oh my goodness, Aerial 2 is just getting blown up right now, having to just be fully pocketed by Zeron on this Ana as the cart has already made it to the underpass here. Still, no picks going in either team's favor right now, but it could all change in a second here, and it does. Tobesy's falling down, but Zeron is out as well, and you'll take that trade all day, every day if you are Pretty Base, but now Anxious has fallen out. They still keep getting these trades going back and forth, but Aerial 2 is kind of a little bit low. Barcode gonna be the savior, though, for the moment, finding those picks, but still no one really in control at the moment.
I mean, Barco is just going to burn here. Rough, so close to being safe. But unfortunately, both supports down, the closer spawns. 2 Pretty Based as well. I mean, all of Team Schweppes going to have to regroup because they know they have one final shot to try and get this hold going. 2.5 minutes left on the bank to burn up, so plenty of pressure on the defenders now.
Yeah, as now Stelios comes back, the Nano Boost coming on to Aerial 2, forcing back Pretty Based, and that is just going to be the hold coming through. Yes, he does go find Stelios out, but again, that's just a consolation prize for the moment as Pretty Based has repelled.
Yeah, that they are, at least for now. And they're also beginning to come online. That being said, the only particularly strong one for the defenders is going to be the Primal Rage. Widowmaker wall hacks, Posum as well. Can maybe not be as consistent as you'd like, so going to be a little bit rough to utilize them in a fight plan. That being said, close to almost everything is pretty base, so there could be problems here for Schweppes if they can't take this fight quickly.
Ooh, and Aerial 2 is going to get anteed up and slept for the moment. Going to have to force Primal to stay alive in the full back there is Aerial 2. Going to be able to take ESC out, trying to get away, but the jump is not going to be there. And Aerial 2 might have just gone down. They do. Mystery's able to find the pick. There is still the trade coming back thanks to Barcode with that headshot onto Mystery. There's still a chance for Team Schweppes to keep this hold going, but the res coming through at the perfect time. Walls is going to be up though as well from Barcode, giving that positional advantage to Team Schweppes, but right now they're running for their lives, running away from Mystery. Going to be slept up though. So they have this opportunity to come back. Soundbear coming in, and Zeron's found Hikari. 60 seconds remaining. Trade still coming out. But who is going to come out on top is the real question right now, as Barcode's going to have to reposition as the point is being forced. Can Team Schweppes keep this hold going, or is this going to be Pretty Base taking the round? Toadsy's falling down. 30 seconds remaining here, Section, and it's not looking good for either of these two teams, but losing Zeron is huge. Pretty Base now need to keep things going, but the trades keep going. When you lose one, there's another coming back in the favor of Team Schweppes. 20 seconds to go. Can they keep this up? The res is going to be there, but Barcode is no longer in the fight, as this is looking to be down to the wire. Can Stelios land a pulse bomb to keep things going? The pulse bomb comes out, no one falls down. Can they keep off? Is there going to be a chance to get up to an ultimate? Aerial 2 has the Primal Rage available to get people away from this point. The overtime bar is ticking away. No one's on the point. They're going to be able to get there for a moment, but it looks like Pretty Base have not done enough. Team Schweppes are able to hold on to the point, Spectrion.
I don't quite believe what I'm witnessing. I think there was almost no touch coming through from Pretty Based, and the Primal Rage from Aerial 2 actually juggles one player onto the car. I was so terrified for a second. Thankfully, the kills do come through for the defending side. They are able to get the stop. They are able to complete the fuller hold, but they could have not made it closer if they tried. That final fight took so damn long. So many players falling on both sides. Respawns coming through. Res is connecting. Also, it's being charged multiple times. And at the end of the day, however, Team Schweppes, they're looking so strong. They're up 2-0. And Hybrid coming up next is where they could finish out the series 3-0.
Yeah, this is where it all is on the line. Obviously, Pretty Base still have an opportunity if they do fall down here. This is a double elimination tournament coming in, so for the playoffs. So, I mean, obviously, it's not beneficial to lose this first map, because then you are on that true elimination point. But you still have your tournament life alive in this, even if you do lose.
Yeah, and it looks like the battlefield of choice will be Numbani for Pretty Based.
So
but it could be their graveyard, but also, I mean, it could be where they start this reverse sweep coming on. And I think you did mention earlier how everyone kind of hates Numbani right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, of course, I talk about how everyone hates Numbani, and then, you know, this is the choice that Pretty Based decide to go to.
To be fair, I quite like Numbani. I think attacking first point is normally pretty fun. It can feel a little bit like anti-nade fishing at times, and it kind of is. But, you know, if teams just play their neutral and don't really play around nades, I think it can be pretty enjoyable. A lot of cool nade lineups, actually. It's been especially from Zarion on Numbani in the past. We're going to have to wait and see if that is a particular thing that happens. But we could also just see teams playing that Sig Brawl, trading on high ground, and be a very different matter as if playing it on Sombra Tracer. But, I mean, we've seen the teams forced to play Dive on Gibraltar, and they kind of go towards it if they have to. But these two teams, I think they're much more comfortable always on Brawl, on things that are going to play a little bit more slow, and just work in the neutral as standard.
Yeah, so we're going to see here no side swaps from either of the two teams. So Mystery and company and the side of Pretty Based have to set a strong defensive hold to try to change this momentum here. They're going to be both teams obviously sticking, or both teams here are going to be sticking out onto this Winston.
Yeah, not something I expected, actually. I think on the defense, we can talk about this a little bit. OWSi, again, locking the Ashe, doesn't want the Sombra, doesn't want any other hit scan. And Anxious are going to be on the Brigitte, so there is going to be a little bit of appeal. I think playing the Ashe is very, very interesting. Normally, you see a Sojin as standard, just has a little bit more survivability. Hanzo known for its damage above everything else, so that's going to be why Barcode is locking in that hero. Headshots as well, going to be nice. Swiss Lucio, I think just playing the Lucio, I'm assuming because they're a one-trick rather than anything else. Of course, going to be playable, but normally Brigitte considered a little bit stronger, so some odd concessions on both sides, but these comps are thought out. They are very, very strong, and they both have their very, very set win conditions to find here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very interested to see the difference between the Ashe and the Hanzo here. More consistent damage on the side of Pretty Base, but that one-shot potential is too huge to discount from Barcode if they can land that headshot with the arrow. Well, you're not going to be able to do that for now, though, as Mystery is going to find that pick onto Barcode. Just allow that time to be, or allow some time bank to come through as OWSi finds Zeron as well, and there has to be just a reset coming in from Team Schweppes.
And Barcode has to be a target for Pretty Base. I mean, no Brigitte to try and give him any peel, and of course not having a defensive cooldown of his own means that he's going to be very, very vulnerable to coordinated dives. As I say that though, all of Team Schweppes getting wiped out early means that a minute's already burned off the timex, so this defense of Pretty Base looking very, very strong right now, and I mean, with this Ana especially on that defensive line, then the nades onto the back line of Swiss Lucio, Zerion, and Barcode could be very, very hard to play around, and Mystery just on the high ground constantly, and a King Kong always set up to capitalize on top of them.
The Sleep Dart does come through from Zerion onto Mystery, but again, they are just going to get the healing. Tracer from the back looking for that consistent damage to just try to take out that support line right now. They are forcing this point presence with Stelios, and they might be able to get this first capture without really anything, as they're going to get there late, but the point is going to go in the way of Team Schweppes for the moment. But again, it is only just for a moment, with the rest of Pretty Base coming in and finding the picks necessary to force back Team Schweppes.
I mean, a tick's nice to get, but other than that, very little in that fight for Team Schweppes. They force a point, yes, they get some space, but I mean, OWSi winning out the duel against Stelios, and a lovely pulse from Hikari too means that in the 3v5, no chance at all. So Pretty Base now down to under half their time, and they have the nano boost now to throw into Mystery.
Yeah, I mean, you'll take it because there's no chance of a draw anymore, but we'll see if they can get even further here, as Mystery's just going fully into the back, looking for Zeron here. Not going to be able to find them. Going to be so low. Going to be forced to back up right to their team. Now this is the perfect opportunity for Team Schweppes. They've got 5 ultimates on the board here, and now they're going to invest this nano boost early on, forcing their way. The Dragon Strike coming out as well, but Zerion is the one to go down first. Barcode is going to be able to find the pick on to OWSi, but it just doesn't seem to be enough right now as they're being forced away. Barcode's so low. Primal Rage out from Ariel, but it's just not going to be enough. They had all these ultimates here, Spectron, but there's nothing to show for it.
And it was really well played until it was Ariel's turn to get the nano boost. Unfortunately, jumping into the Brigitte, so that's an easy boop. A player of Ariel's caliber should really know to avoid that, but unfortunately shut down. And that means that it's on to some quicker picks now. Zerion over to the Kiriko, just trying to keep the team in it, but getting wiped out again in under 40 seconds. I mean, Team Schweppes have to reset now because they have one chance left, and not a good one.
Yeah, the only... and now losing Barcode as well. I was about to say, you have a pretty good opportunity here. You have this sound where you could invest to get into the point. But now, losing Barcode, you might not even have a full 5 here.
I mean, they should be able to touch 15 seconds there. I mean, yeah, overtime should get started, but a good fight is going to be entirely different. But yeah, Barcode's moving over to the Sombra to get hit a little bit faster. It does make the team come a little bit more homogenous as well. Consistent, I think Barcode has been the point of exploitation, but here just going to start overtime.
Yeah, gonna force the overtime. Sound barrier is gonna come through onto all 3, but there's the nano boost coming out, and Ariel 2 is blown up This is all but over here, Spectreon, as the Nano Boost gonna be all they need to hold on to this point. But again, it was a full hold, but the unfortunate thing is there could still be a fuller hold coming out from Team Schweppes because they did get 45.3% on the board.
And we saw them get the fuller hold on Gibraltar as well, so it's not off the binds of reality. It could just be a massively defensive-sided team. But I do have to say, on that attacking round, I think Swiss Lucio especially really struggled to find value. Unfortunately, it just didn't get anything of note done. I think that's kind of an issue on the hero more than anything else, but you would like to see a little bit more out of your main support player, even if it's not the most flashy role, then you need to find some way of finding impact, finding value, and unfortunately, Lucio has very little to do in this composition, so yeah, a little bit rough there on the dives. I think Barcode as well was a big point of exploitation. I mean, the Hanzo, no Brigitte, it's just going to get blown up again and again and again. That's exactly what we saw. Just great job from Team Pretty Base to capitalize on top of that. And I mean, because they capitalized that strongly, that's 45.3% is where the buck stops. And yeah, Swiss Lucio moving over to the Brigitte now. Will be the only adaptation, but this already adapts, I think, and kind of assuages both the issues I've found with this composition. You're going to have to wait and see, though, if it actually makes it any better, or if it's just going to be a different flavor of comp that Team Schweppes lose on. And by the looks of things, from what we're seeing in Spawn right now, Hickory moving over to the Genji is very likely to access these high grounds. Tracer going to find it a little bit harder to scale, but Hickory with the wall climb, with the dash, just going to be up there as quickly as Pi. So I like these adaptations as well. The Nano Blade combo is a great plus, especially when you only need that one fight win. So lots of pressure on Team Schweppes to stop that Nano Blade from coming out, if at all possible.
We'll see. Already a nice anti-nade onto Aerial 2 is going to come in here. But right now, obviously, yeah, like you said, you're pretty much building up for that one fight. You just need this Dragon Blade and that Nano Boost to really confirm everything. But we'll see if it's going to be enough, as Zirion's going to find Mystery out of the fight early on. So, well, it's a first good opening for the side of Team Schweppes.
I mean, if you can get a kill staggers off the back of it, you'd love so, but I mean, it's more important just to play your lives, which is why we see such a passive play off Schweppes when they would normally be trying to follow up. Nade misses as well, so already it's a great start for Schweppes in this fight, but they're going to need to capitalize eventually.
As now the dive Mystery going in for the pick. There's a nice dynamite coming in onto the side of Team Schweppes there to try to force out some cooldowns, force out some healing. But right now the Nano Boost is going to come in already onto Mystery, not even waiting for the Dragon Blade. As well as the Nano Boost has come through from Zirion. His barcode has fallen down, and that might just be the start of the downfall, the start of the trying to change things up for Pretty Base, trying to get back into the series. As they do lose Anxious, though, Aerial is going to be slept and almost taken down, but still, the Primal Rage going to come through, and this is not where you want to be if you are someone. The trades are going to come in. There's the Dragon Blade coming out, but that might just be it. There's all but over there. The Bob going to force it out, as there it goes. Pretty Base take the map, and now are now coming closer. It's 1-2 here.
Yeah, they stay in the clean sheets of Team Schweppes, and they make it a series. I mean, I was a little bit worried there after they lost the first couple fights, and after Nano flubbed as well, but the Primal Rage from Mystery just far too good, and Hickory as well, there on the Genji to find the cleanup. And I mean, a long fight, but I mean, once Barcode went down, it was all over but the crying. You can make up a numbers advantage if you have a hit, and if you have somebody who can easily secure a quick pick, but with no Hanzo, with no one-shot potential, that was very, very unlikely. Zerion made it uncomfortable. They made it quick, but was not there in the end. There just was not enough players to eventually win out that trade. So Pretty Based, they get their map and now going to push. It looks like Coliseum will be where they decide to take it next.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've been talking about how they like Brawl. We haven't really seen Brawl since map number 1, though. Going into Coliseum, though, Brawl is definitely on the table, as well as more poke compositions. And I think that would benefit. I mean, obviously, it should benefit Team Schweppes because it was their map choice. I think it will benefit them just because we did see Aerial look very comfortable on the Ramatra. And if they decide to go back to said Ramatra, they can get work done.
Yeah, I mean, I think Russia definitely has the best, the best hero of Ariel. And moving on to Colosseum, a map where essentially you can't play anything but the brawl, then I mean, it should give an advantage here to Team Schweppes. I mean, after Numbani, then it looked like they kind of didn't want to hang in the dive mirror.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of flirted with the idea of pulling out a proper dive mirror on Gibraltar, of course, but didn't really end up happening. So here on the full brawl, then it should, in theory at least, be a repeat of Lijiang Tower. I mean, because Colosseo, because of the glass especially on the first point, then it's really, really hard to set up any sort of off angle, which poke compositions, dive compositions both really love. So
Yeah.
you cut those two off, you make those two borderline unplayable, and Brawl's going to be the only thing surviving. And Ariel 2, by the looks of things, not going towards anything too brawly. I mean, it is technically a Sig Brawl, but it's not a Rhine, it's not a Ramatra.
Yeah.
And having found their stride, pretty base by the looks of things, just playing Anadive.
Yeah, I mean, you can play this Winston a little bit more brawly, obviously, with if you go back to, say, like, the Bulldozer composition. But you're not running, say, like, a Reaper or a May to really help with the damage that Winston is somewhat lacking with the Tesla cannon.
Yeah, definitely. But right now, it seems like a very reasonable from what we see on both sides. It will be very hard in these first couple of fights, though, for Pretty Base. I think the composition that Ariel 2 and Co are playing just a little bit stronger for it. That's exactly why we see the Sigma taking so much space early. May will miss, but will master too much in the grand scheme of things.
I will say while we're here again, remove the glass, Blizzard.
Yes, please.
Remove the glass and make the map so much better. Right now, it's working well because the glass is there for Team Schweppes. They found Hikari out, who is trying to get in, but you can't really do so with the glass being there. So they are getting this positional advantage and now forcing back the rest of Pretty Based at the moment as all the picks coming through all red.
Yeah, I mean, very, very comfortable just playing their composition's macro. There was no chance at all for Pretty Base to establish any sort of off angle, to land a nade, an assassination, anything like that. And just pushing forward, holding WR Schweppes, get their kill, and a late stagger 2 onto the Ana means that it's going to be very, very rough. They're just waiting for the respawns. Anxious moving over to the Mercy shows they don't really care too much about pressure onto the backline. I mean, why would they? So instead, they just want to give all the resources possible to Tobsy to find those opening picks.
Yeah, now we'll see this rotation coming in as a nice pick on the Stelios. Comes through from Hikari now, shutting down that Blizzard for the moment. So is Barcode falling down, and this should be the point being flipped back over, unless there's a chance. The Nano Boost is going to be invested onto Hikari. Ariel 2 is still alive. There's still a chance for Team Schweppes to push back into this as they're being forced back for the moment, waiting for those respawns. Pulse Bomb comes out, though. Ariel 2 very low. Going to get the healing for them, though, and are going to meet them back before they can get any real progress on the bot, as right now they're still in this advantage of the Griddick Flux coming out from Ariel 2, knocking a lot of people down. The Mystery using this Primal Rage as well, but still no one really finding picks off these ultimates just quite yet. Blizzard being invested, Mystery gonna be able to get out for the moment. Sound Barrier to get that overhealth to get into the face of Pretty Base, but again, nothing's been found out. Finally getting a pick on the ESC is Ariel 2, and Mystery falls down, and finally the investment comes through and Team Schweppes are able to get the point back in their favor.
Dude, I feel like I was watching goats with those ults going in, no one dying, but at the end, yeah, Schweppes are able to get an advantage, they capitalize on it, and now they begin the snowball effect. So Topsy Anxious both going down late means that it's only going to be further and further before there's going to be a contest on the payload. And Mystery taking this extra damage here does no favors whatsoever else to charge the Nano. ESC, 80% to it, likely will have it to engage, but with no beat online, actually, it could have some real chance to do some damage. That being said, Stelios, Ariel 2 have just been dumping cooldowns into the Winston whenever he goes in, so if Mystery is able to live, could find some huge value. But instead, Mystery, ESC just fall to the overclock, and Zerion pushing forward with it too. I mean, that's a quick fight win.
Yeah, it's huge. Barcode coming alive there. Now with the forward spawns, this is looking really good here. You don't even need to keep pushing this if you are Team Schweppes, you've got such an advantage right now.
I mean, you have every advantage in the world, 100 meters to 0. I mean, there has not been a fight win right now out of Pretty Base, and they are really struggling for it. That being said, losing that fight so quickly means that they were able to save their ults through. Now a nano engaged onto the backline means they have to just giving up space.
But Mystery's just not going to be able to find a pick onto that support line. The appeal was there from the rest of the team to keep them up and get that damage onto Mystery. And now they can just meet them here at their preferred area of engagement. As now they have to deal with this gravitic flux coming in from Aerial 2. Hikari needs to land this pulse bomb onto Zirion here if they have any chance of holding out, force out this immortality field. But right now, still nothing's really going, and now the recall comes out. Pulse bomb's gonna be just thrown in there, and Swiss Lucio takes them out with a back smack. This is just not looking good. Overclock comes out. Gravitic Flux is there, though. It's going to lock a lot of people down. They do fall down in the meanwhile, but still, it's just hasn't been enough for Pretty Base to overcome this, these forward spawns finally. As TOWSI gets that Mercy Pocket, finding 2 picks, and it's going to be a fight win finally for Pretty Base.
Yeah, but I mean, finally we see the first progress on the board as well here for Pretty Base. It took them so long to win out a fight, but they have a massive undertaking on their hands to try and get back into Colosseo because they have to win multiple fights to get back. And remember, while their competition is a little bit stronger here, I mean, with TOWSI going down, it's not.
Oh, not good at all. The res is going to be there, but Aerial 2 able to take Anxious out right after they get that res, and the Blizzard is just going to be enough to lock everything down. The help of Barcode's secondary fire, getting the bot back quickly into their favor. It's only up to 30 meters on the board, and they're going to be able to get probably back to these forward spawns unless there's a quick recontest.
I mean, TOWSI just fell over there. A huge pick coming through. The Blizzard not even needed to close out that fight, but it solved the problem pretty well anyway. Pretty Base have some very good defensive angles here, but they've been losing out this fight more often than not, and Team Schweppes don't even have to push.
Yeah, they don't. Why would you push? You have this this perfect area for your composition to just keep taking these fights and push after you win these fights. There's the, however, the Nano Boost is going to come on to Mystery, and Swiss Lucio is going to go down, but again, those trades going back in the favor of Team Schweppes there. And Mystery is not going to be able to find more off the back of that ultimate investment from Pretty Base. So now they're going to have to run for the hills. TOWSI trying to get into their fight, but Stelios is going to take them down.
Yeah, wipes out. I mean, they might as well push forward now if no one's going to stop them. So there's more and more space garnered for Team Schweppes, and that means there's less and less that Pretty Base have to work with. An early Flux catching both supports could spell the end for another fight win, and that's Anxious Valkyrie taken down in short order.
Yeah, Anxious going down. It was a huge play. No more res on the board here, and a nice May wall coming in there from Stelios. Might have just wrapped everything up. There is still a chance for a recontest. Hikari is stalling it out for the moment. Gonna have to dash away and going down to Zirion. It's very close to the end now, and especially if they lose a Mystery here who swapped over the Reinhardt. This is not looking good. Mystery falls down. This might just be it, Spectrion.
They have DPS ults. Those could be very, very impactful here. The Dragon Blade maybe to force out the beat, then the Overclock could be free. It could be something they do here, but they have to wait for everyone to come back first. They know they have one more shot to stop the completion of the map, and it's going to be Mystery just stalling out the point here.
And Mystery going to come through. There's the Overclock from TOWSI, but nothing's come through quite just yet, and the Blizzard is just going to be all they need. Hikari with the Dragon Blade trying to be the hero, but it's just not possible with the amount of damage coming out from the rest of Team Schweppes. There it is. There's the map and the series going the way of Team Schweppes in a 3-1 fashion.
I mean, Colosseo was one-sided. It was clear that Schweppes were far, far better at the map. They had a better composition, a better read on how to play it, and to be honest, they were playing better Overwatch, especially in that last match. Fantastically played to complete the map, with 2 minutes left on the bank. And I mean, they absolutely deserve their berth into the next match. Pretty Base are able to stay in the tournament. They're going to be going down to the lower brackets, however, and they are going to have to play every match as an elimination game if they want to make it any further here.
Yeah, they will be going down to face Overwatch Reforged, who took the 3-0 over the Swiss Yokai. So the Swiss Yokai are out, as well as Kook Lords, who have lost 3-0 to the Unwanted. Still waiting for the results of the winners semifinal matchup between Swiss Yes and I Need More Bullets. It seems to be 1-1 at the moment. We will try to figure that out. If they have if they're still going, maybe we'll go into that game. If not, we'll catch you back, I believe, at the winners finals right after this break. All right, everyone, we are back sooner than we had thought. We are in map number 3, I believe, of this matchup between Swiss Yes and I Need More Bullets. And I believe right now we just saw, well, we didn't see, but we saw on the side of Swiss Yes, they are up. They just could not complete all 3 points of the map. They've got 2, but looking to get their hold started here.
Yeah, Tread and SXJ are 2 players I happen to be pretty familiar with. Met both of them in person, and they've got a lot of time spent together. I mean, both been playing absolutely fantastic. The SXJ has been on a particularly strong recent bout of form as part of Hypnos. Short story, actually. I used to scrim with Tread back in 2019, but our careers have diverged a little bit now. Nice of
Yeah.
the meter a little bit in there, but here right now, pushing out, both teams mirroring on the Sigma, and so early space gain from the blue side. They're doing fantastically to take all this.
Yeah, as side of I need more bullets with Pac on the May here for them. Swaku as well on this Sigma trying to get in as Defiant's gonna find SXJ already out of this fight. And nice entry coming in from I need more bullets already to get to this point quite quickly and take point one.
I mean, I need more bullets absolutely fantastically using the Lucio speed to get past. They made all the high ground as well, so there was no good firing lines for SXJ and co. And once they were on kind of that point area, enemies too slow to rotate, so better sight lines and a great conversion coming out there. First point goes through lightning fast, and now 5.5 minutes to go through second. I need more bullets, could not be in a better spot.
As right now they look to come back. They've got Swiss Yes do have this high ground set up to try to hold things out. SXJ though gonna go super low, gonna need to get healing if they want to have any chance of keeping this hold going. And Ant Matrix coming out on to the remaining bits of Swiss Yes for the moment, but right now no picks coming in. Now the Grid of the Clux coming out, and Outsider falls down early on, and the sound barrier doesn't get onto many of the players, or it did, and they don't have it anymore thanks to the Flux, as the hold is going to come out already from Swiss Yes.
Yeah, ults traded both ways, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's Swiss Yes who win out control, and they're going for a massively aggressive move here. And if this dagger comes through onto Yuki, it could be very, very unfortunate. SXJ's playing a dance with death right now, playing so close to the edge, but will get the final blow. And no Lucio, no chance at all, but the same could go both ways as it's traded back by Swaku.
Yeah, the Flux coming in now, and SXJ is going to fall down. And that Gambit might not have paid off for Swiss Yes at the moment. Unless they can find these picks coming in from Shred and company, but that just doesn't seem to be the case, as now they've lost 3, as now I need more bullets can start moving the card again.
I mean, Ducio going down there was such a big loss. No beat at all to cancel out the Flux, and yeah, got wiped out. So right now, I mean, Swiss Yes gonna have to find some way to take the high ground, but into all this spam damage and into the overclock of Divine, it's going to be very, very hard. They have ult advantage, but Outsider falling early is not the way I think that they want to start this fight out.
Yeah, definitely not here, as they're looking to keep things going in the hold for the moment. If you are for Swiss Yes's credit is kind of low, but Ducio going really far deep there, as the rest of Swiss Yes are able to capitalize and take out the remaining stragglers of I Need More Bullets.
I mean, and only using the window here is not perfect on what you want to invest. And getting a stagger kill as well. I mean, yeah, you've traded window for overclock, which is already great. And now you've got 4 ultimates in the bank. They can rotate these pretty much however they want for fight wins. I would expect that the Gravitic Flux is going to come out first, come in with one of the DPS ults to make sure it's most definitely a fight win, and after that, probably a beast engage. But that if they win both these fights out, and if Pax Blizzard connects, it could be a lot more awkward for the defenders.
Yeah, it really could, but Abstract also... Oh, okay. Well, Ducio finding that pick, or Pac finding that pick on the Ducio is huge. The sound barrier no longer available for the Blizzard that comes online, but SXJ copying the overclock, finding Outsider is huge. Now if they can find Swaku as well, that would be massive, as Pac's kind of over-invested a little bit, and SXJ finds them out. It just has to be a reset coming in for I Need More Bullets.
I mean, SHJ did absolutely fantastically there to get onto the backline. No chance at all for Pac, who was caught a little bit out of position, as you mentioned. And yeah, they were able to get past the loss of Ducio early on in a way that doesn't involve spending so many ults. So yeah, fantastic out of Swiss, yes. And now, 2 minutes left on the bank. They have whistled down this time bank fantastically.
They really have, as now the Gravitic Flux coming in from Shred, as well as the Blizzard coming in from Abstract, locking things down. The sound barrier a little too late from UK is not going to be enough to stave off the aggression coming through, as Pac falls down late.
And minute and a half left. They have no beat to their name. It's going to have to be the Flux and the Blizzard that gets anything here. For the attacking side, sorry, and I mean with no angles whatsoever, they're going to have to fight for every inch of space here Swiss, yes, can give it up when they need, and with the beast as well, they have plenty of survivability here.
They really do. They really do. But it's going to be very hard to deal with both these ultimates that are coming online. But I mean, if you take Pac out before you need it, there's the Amp Mage coming out, Sound Mirror as well. But now you can drop this Blizzard if you are Pac without any contesting from these ultimates. The defensive ultimates, as now there it comes online, and they're going to be able to find Luca in it, but they've lost Divine. The trade is going to be there. Now Ducio's falling down. It's a perfect opening for I Need More Bullets as they find SXJ, but Swaku's going to fall. Tread and Abstract still alive, still looking to keep this hold going, and Tread finding Outsiders going to be huge, forcing back I Need More Bullets.
I mean, yeah, fantastic there. A huge clutch up coming off the back of S6J, who finds 2 railguns in a situation where realistically he should have found none. And while he does eventually fall, then Trent and Abstract are both alive. They both get their work done too, and now 14 seconds on the clock. There has to be a touch on the payload. Yuki very likely to be the one doing it, but other than that, no advantages here.
The overclock's coming in from both of these two Sojourns, but it's going to be SXJ finding Outsider first and foremost, and that's just going to be the look to be the wrap-up. The overtime bar going to be ticking away. Flux coming out, not going to find anyone, but that's not really what matters. What matters is the hold comes through from Swiss Yes, as they're up 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, they played that absolutely fantastic. Remember, that was a 5.5-minute time bank there coming into second, and they don't give up a single fight win there. An absolute lockdown on the turret, and no chance at all for their opponents. Right now, SXJ is absolutely on fire. Him, Tread, and the rest of the supporting cast as well just took their opponents to pieces. And Abstract as well on the May was a very, very strong contender too.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, Abstract, from, if you don't know, NA Collegiate is from University of St. Thomas, the captain of University of St. Thomas as well, another top collegiate team in the country. Interesting that they are playing in this predominantly European game. With the ping situation, so it's still pretty. I mean, they're still doing very well with that disadvantage for them.
Yeah, I mean, a high ping warrior, I can always respect that, but right now, winning out that match in pretty strong, that's map, sorry, in pretty strong order. Now it will be I Need More Bullets map choice, and since it is the 4th map, it will be push, I believe. So,
Yep.
I mean, Codiceo, New Queen Street, and East Balancer are going to be where we take it next. And I have a sneaking feeling it's going to be New Junk City. This isn't based on anything logical, just the voices told me. No, I do feel like in this, both teams seem very, very comfortable playing the Sigma Mirror, but in the Sigma Mirror, I mean, it looks like we are seeing a bit of an advantage for Tread and Co. So I would expect to see a little bit of an attempt to avoid it for I Need More Bullets. That being said, then moving on to Esperance, an entirely different composition type is going to be played quite a lot of the time, so I kind of don't expect it. But no, it looks like Codiceo will be chosen. Yuki's locked it in.
Yeah, it is going to be Codiceo. Interestingly enough, like you said, both teams opting for that Sigma composition, and we saw that work very well in our other semifinals for the side of Team Schweppes with Ariel 2 going on to that Sigma. But we are just waiting for the readies from both of these two teams, and then we'll see how these how this will match up, how they will decide to attack this. Again, this is series point 4. Swiss to move on to the winners finals, and then again, the I Need More Bullets will have an opportunity to go through the losers bracket, but they you don't really want to be the one to go down this early.
No, most definitely not. You want to sit there. You want to be able to play your best game, and sometimes your best game is when you're under a little bit less pressure, when you're not facing elimination every game. And the losers bracket run always romanticized, but unfortunately, I mean, there's a reason teams want to stay in the win as well. And
Yeah.
so both teams playing under more than a little bit of pressure right now. But of course, being on match point, then I think that Abstract and his compatriots going to be feeling a little bit more comfortable right now. Going to have to be very, very strong in Colosseo if I Need More Bullets want to bring this back. And after what we saw in the Sig Mirror, then, I mean, considering we're very likely to be seeing more of the same, I would be sweating just a little bit if I was on the side of I Need More Bullets.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. Well, we'll see. I mean, there were some rumblings about Pac playing the Hanzo in the game chat, so maybe we'll be seeing that from Pac here. But I would be more, I would probably be more likely to see that May come out yet again. It is all just a matter of preference until we obviously get the exact choices.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, you can play Hanzo here if Divine's willing to swing around on the May, but, I mean, Divine, more of a hit scan player than anything else. I don't really see much reason to change it up too much. Even if Pack is pretty good on the Hanzo, I don't think Hanzo right now is even that strong. So,
Yeah.
yeah, as you mentioned, it's an entirely personal preference, but, I mean, from Swiss, yes, Sig Mirror all the way is what I expect to see, and maybe there's a little bit of change up from I Need More Bullets, but right now it doesn't look like it. Both teams on the full mirror right now.
Yeah, full mirror coming out from both of these two teams. We will see now how they decide to attack it. Let's say not to attack it, how it will go here.
Yeah, I mean, full mirror. We've seen how something similar plays out before. That being said, that was with some defensive positioning. So without the advantage of positioning for the most part, this first fight is going to be very, very telling in how the rest of this game and indeed series is going to go. I mean, Sojourn often on this map can lead to some very, very long stalemates, but right now, with Tread playing this aggressive, it doesn't seem like that's what we're going to get.
Yeah, Tread playing very aggressively right now. Got somewhat caught out there, but going to be able to get healing up. SXJ very low as well, but now going to go right into the opposition. But Tread needs to stay alive. Immortality Field going to be there from Luca, keeping their Sigma alive for the moment. But still, no one really in an advantageous position just yet, or an advantage in the kill feed. Immortality Field now gone from the outside of a Tread so low still. Gonna get that healing from the kinetic grasp, but still waiting for a pick coming through, and that might be enough as Swaku's gonna be caught out by that Maywall, but again, still nothing doing quite just yet, and there it finally is. SXJ finding Pac. But Outsider's going to be using this, their Amp Matrix early on to force positioning back from Swiss, yes, but nothing doing. This is now the opening that, oh my goodness, the fuck's already built up by Swaku. Sound barrier in response from Ducio coming in as now Tread and company have this ultimate advantage coming through, forcing back, I Need More Bullets, and Swaku falls down. You're not going to even need to use these ultimates with that pick.
I mean, at 1 minute 12 seconds until the first kill came through, that's what a dead look looks like, and that's why this map needs some work, I'll put it that way. But agenda aside, that was fantastically played, especially from the side of Swiss, yes. Just playing slow, playing their lives, trying to capitalize off the Maywalls, and when they got a good one, then finally the kill came through. Now they have 4 ults banked up and some early positioning too, trying to make everything as hard as possible for their opponents, but having to cede the space by Need More Bullets, it looks like they're waiting for their opponents to push into them.
SXJ is going to go down with that overclock being popped. There's the sound barrier coming out from UK in response to the grid of flux, and well, the rest of I Need More Bullets are going to get into the fight and get the kills necessary to keep this, get the bot back into their favor.
And after the absolute slog that we had in our first fight, that was much more summative. Overclock beat popped early, an aggressive push comes through, and yeah, no chance at all to receive that, so quickly wiped out. Were Swiss, yes, and now I Need More Bullets can begin getting some progress of their own. I believe there will be a chance to recontest, or Swiss, yes, before they get to equalizing the distance, but still, it's a nice attempt back, and a nice attempt to fight back so early from the side of I Need More Bullets.
Well, there's the Blizzard coming in from Abstract, and that's just might be enough to keep things going. Pac is going to use theirs as well, but it's just not enough to change the tide back into their favor with all the picks already coming in the way of Swiss Yes.
Yeah, I mean, all but over but the crying here, at least for this particular fight. SXJ's melee connects onto Outsider, and they can get the robot going right back. I mean, with the robot getting so little distance as well, then they can just go straight back to accruing distance on that wall. They can begin extending their lead once again. And while there will be a relatively fast recontest, with the numbers advantage, it looks like they're all just trying to get the pressure out early, trying to get an early pick, but respawns are here, and having to give up the high ground will be Swiss Yes.
Yeah, as 6J goes down though early on, Divine going back to the point, and now the rest of I Need More Bullets are going to be able to capitalize and get these picks going back their way. They do stop it before it gets to that forward spawns.
That they do. I mean, when you are playing with Sojans on both sides, sometimes a fight will be decided by one hitting a railgun. That's exactly what we saw there. Divine hits one on his opposite number, and absolutely no shot there for their opponents, who just have to essentially go next. Again, they will have a chance to re-engage before the lead gets flipped, but ult's invested early here.
Yeah, they go in with that fight already. Flux from Swaku doesn't find any picks, but they do find out the Sound Barrier. Now Sound Barrier can be used, bested by UK to get the bot over the hump and take the advantage. With the Blizzard coming online from Pac, they do find Abstract out. Is it going to be enough to keep things in their way? Outsiders falling down. The trades keep going in. Is SXJ able to pull off a hold for them? No, they go down to UK, and in the end, the point is going to go flip over to I Need More Bullets.
I mean, that was so close both ways, but unfortunately SXJ that time did not have the clutch necessary. It was going to be a hard undertaking either way, but yeah, I mean, distance has been flipped, getting closer to those forward spawns as well. Is I Need More Bullets, but having got all that lead, they're happy to drop back and take a fight on more even territory.
Yeah, they get the point flipped, they get that advantage here for I Need More Bullets, but we'll see how long that can hold on. The Ultimates are now into the advantage of Swiss Yes at the moment, unless they lose someone here early on. They've got this Blizzard available from Abstract, and that's what's going to be invested early on. Not going to be eaten up there by Swaku, and the damage is going to be done. Swaku's out of the fight, and now they still have this Flux to keep pushing forward if they do so need to, but the rest of I Need More Bullets are just running for the hills right now.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really nice to get these stagger kills, and yeah, contesting the payload here from Pac is not a bad decision, but falling down late does mean that they're just going to keep on pushing. And it does also give an opening for Swiss Yes to just, yeah, exactly. They're just holding W, trying to take this 4-on-5. UK going down means, again, it's a stagger kill. And forward spawns will be accrued, of course. Lead as well here, and the momentum has swung, the pendulum back the other way. And now, with the overclock and the flux, then Swiss Yes looking to hold.
Oh, the Ant Matrix, though, coming in on from Outsider. There's the Flux coming out, and Outsider falls down before the Sound Barrier can get them. But it might just be in still, there might just be the point flip still going the way of I Need More Bullets, with all the picks going their way, even though through the investment of Swiss Yes.
Yeah, quickly wipes out there. I mean, it was a nice play to overclock and have the flux up at the same time, but Divine, via some miracle of fate, manages to kill SXJ from long range. The beat is there from Ducio as well to keep everyone up, and after that, yeah, I mean, no chance at all. The beat engaged too strong, so I mean, payload going back the other way, but the wall is so far that no one has any chance to get any meters in this fight.
What I thought Swaku almost got taken out there. Sound Barrier coming in from Ducio. Luke very low at the moment, but still alive, but Tread falls down. This could be enough. Yeah, it will be enough for I Need More Bullets, but are they going to be able to get to that? Are they going to be able to take the advantage in the progress now?
I mean, very likely. At least they got the forward spawns here as well. It's going to be what they're more than happy about with the stop here. Going to make it a little bit awkward. Going to mean that there is a chance for a recontest. The Blizzard 2 going to make it a little bit awkward for them, but Divine has been fantastic so far on the Sojourn, and the Overclock only going to make it more so.
Yeah, Swaku is very low, gonna get the healing. There's the overclock here we were talking about. Abstract's gonna be able to use that Blizzard on point to stop them before they can get to the end there as the trades come through. Both teams looking for the positional advantage, but in the end, it is going to be Swiss, yes, staving off the pressure from I Need More Bullets and holding out the point for the moment.
I mean, and they keep the lead. That's the important thing. Even though we did get a little bit close, just 6 meters the difference, then they're able to stay in control. That means all the efforts we just saw out of Need More Bullets are going to be for naught. So, Robot back in the center. We get a repeat of the first engagement here.
And Luca goes down early on. UK, the battle Lucio, taking down the support with the ultimate online, and Tread falls down quickly afterwards. This is going to be a huge fight win, and this should allow a side of I Need More Bullets to finally overtake Swiss Yes.
I do think Swiss Yes might have an ability to touch, but no, it doesn't look like it in the end. They want to play this slow, and that means that the lead very likely will be going their way. There is a touch here, actually, from Ducio. If he doesn't fall, this could be a big play.
Yeah, oh, but they do fall. The Flux did come out, and not any picks coming out. Amp Matrix comes out from Luca. There's the Blizzard coming out as well, and they're gonna fall down. SXJ and Luca are down, and that is going to be the point going their way. And now this is looking good. Or I Need More Bullets to tie up the series and force a map number 5.
I mean, that's an expensive fight to lose. Ducio going down 85% of the beat is not what you want to see either. So things are going from bad to worse very, very quickly for Swiss Yes. I mean, to counter out the ultimate of Swaku, then Ducio had to stay alive from those last couple percentage points, and the Flux very likely to be popped early to capitalize on top of that. Also, 10 seconds left, so it's going to have to be a long OT push, even if they do win out this fight. But oh, great rock!
What coming in from Tread might have saved the map here, but Abstract needs to stay alive and they fall down. This might be enough for I Need More Bullets. The trades, though, keep coming through. This is still a chance for Swiss Yes to keep a hold going, but now they need to win 2 more fights in response here, Spectron, and they need to stay on the part.
Okay, fantastic from Ducio to hold on to that beat. It means the ult economy is swung straight back the other way. So Tread, Abstract, also coming up very close to theirs. I mean, I thought it would troll the fight for them, to be entirely honest, but because of it, it means that they have a better shot coming in. Again, fight down this middle column. We've seen this before. It's gone both ways, but here, for the sake of map 5, it's going to have to be a win here for I Need More Bullets.
There's the investment coming in from Swiss Yes, and Divine is out of the fight. Ducio falls down, though. There's still an overwhelming presence, though, from Swiss Yes. Pak is down and out of the fight. A nice Maywall coming in from Abstract, taking Swaku out. And there's the second fight in a row. One more, and they have done it and win the series and book their tickets to the winner's final.
And I want to remind the viewer that overtime spawns are much slower than regular ones, so these fights are going to be much more spaced out than what you regularly see. Right now, Abstract's hiding with this Blizzard. If he's not spotted out, he could win out the map and the series for his team.
And there it goes. Abstract's gonna pop the Blizzard. The Sound Mirror is there. But if they can take down Outsider, his SXJ pops the overclock. That might just be it. There's the Blizzard in response from Pak, but there's just no one really there to deal the damage that was necessary to keep things going their way. UK's fallen out. It's only Divine left. They find Luca, but I don't think that's going to be enough. They get the ball swap to the point. Swaku trying to buy time. The swap over Outsider onto the Moira might be the pick that they were looking for, as the players are going down for the side of Swiss Yes, and Swaku finds 2, finds it, and they tie it up 2-2.
I have no words. I have no words at all, because that looked like it was all over. That looked like it was all over, but Swaku back on the Wrecking Ball, Divine transcendent on the Sojourn, and I mean, via some miracle, via some twist of fate, then we go map 5. We go the whole way, and I mean, this series deserves it. From what we've seen, it's been fantastic play from both sides, nay, perfect. And because of it, I mean, we go the entire distance. This will be decided by Flashpoint. And I mean, who knows which way this series is going to fall.
Yeah, I mean, Who knows? But I'm assuming we head to Saravasa here to decide who will be facing Team Schweppes in the winners final. Obviously, we won't know until it is fully selected, but that is more than likely where we're headed.
Yeah, I mean, it's very often Suravasa. What these two teams have been playing, I mean, yeah, they're gonna go Suravasa. If you really want to play like a Doomfist or like maybe a Junker Queen, you can go towards a New Junk City, but Suravasa, everyone just plays Sigma. If you want to get extra funky, you can change your May up for a Genji, but other than that, very likely no shot at all for changing. So, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think Suravasa is just the more popular map right now. And as you mentioned as well, there's only two Flashpoint maps. You don't have all that much choice.
Again, give us more maps for the map types we don't have. Again, Abstract did disconnect from the lobby there for a second, but so I was questioning if we were going to see Cloud come in for them for Saravasa, but no, Abstract's back in the lobby now. Probably just doing a reset to make sure everything's perfect for this last map of this round. We are headed to Saravasa. I mean, there wasn't any doubt really, unless for some reason you wanted to run full Brawl Mirror, but I don't think that's what we really want to. That's what either of these two really want to play, with the Sigma being the only pick we've seen from the two tanks besides Swaku going over to that Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, agree, definitely. I mean, yeah, Saravasa going to be the only option, I think, and it does lead to more of kind of what we saw on Push in a certain manner of speaking. These kind of even odds fights where both teams are coming onto it with, very little baggage. Very different to something like a hybrid, like an escort, where you can just utilize that positional advantage to keep win out consistent fight wins. Instead, here, I mean, playing that 50-50 at least 3 times, maybe more, it is going to mean that essentially on Flashpoint, the best team wins. Of course, you do also have the ability to harangue those rotations, which does add an additional element of decision making into the map, why so many teams happen to like it right now, and why it can be so enjoyable to cast. That being said, I mean, the UI of Flashpoint, I mean, I've never heard an observer have a good thing to say about it.
Yeah, as both teams going for the full mirror yet again here, Spectron. I mean, it's been what has won them both maps here, or won them these maps. So I mean, why change it up? The only thing that I could see changed is one of these two tanks perhaps going over the Doomfist if necessary. But I mean, Sigma's worked well for both of them. Don't fix what's not broken.
Yeah, absolutely. Why change something if it's what you have all your time on, if it's the meta as well? So, starting out on this stair side, actually not something you see every day. Yeah. Both teams going to be brawling out and Maze Walls missed.
Yeah, both Maze Walls miss, and the rest of SwissYes are able to go to point, and Pac goes down first and foremost, and a nice opening fight win coming in for SwissYes here. They do not want to leave any doubt here and take this first fight.
Yeah, that was quick, that was brutal, and that is them in control. Remember, Flashpoint ticks up much faster than regular control, so this is already 30-40% accrued for them, even if it is a fast engage here before I need more bullets. And that, by those things, it will be at least. Swaku, by the way, got a lot of work done on that last fight, so 50% to a Flux could well be the first ultimate on the board.
Yeah, now with the clear advantage in the way of SwissYes at the moment, as now both of these two teams are looking for this first pick in the fight to really change it out. Pac gonna be super low. Immortality Field had to be forced out because of it, but still, fighting on are both of these two teams. No one going down quite just yet, but it's already up to 75%. They cannot afford to lose this fight, or you're taking going into this next round as it is a disadvantage if you are I need more bullets with the Flux coming through. That might just be enough, lifting them all up. Immortality Field gonna save him for the time being. Now the Sound Barrier invested as well. But this is just so much to invest in this first fight. As all these ultimates coming on board to clean house. They might have done it. Pac with 2 with their own Blizzard as well. The Sound Barrier invested from Ducio. This should be enough for the side of SwissYes to take this first Flashpoint, and it is.
I mean, that was expensive for both teams. That came down to the wire as well. Like 3-on-3 on the point. Everyone throwing the kitchen sink at the problem. But at the end of the day, it's 100-0 for Swiss. Yes, they move on to Paris quick like. And considering how they went out the fight, they will have some early position. They elect to go high ground to leverage the angles on the point. But right now, no ultimates on the board because they spent everything. It's about playing slow, charging into those ultimates for Divine. And for Swiss, yes, they want to go quick.
Yeah, you gotta go quick. Try to build up these ultimates before Divine can do that. Take Luca out and build up to their overclock here. That's the perfect opening coming in from I Need More Bullets. They do lose Divine though to SXJ, but again, it doesn't seem like it's enough. Well, maybe not. Outsider's gonna fall down. They do lose Ducio, and SXJ probably gonna fall down as well to that melee. And in the end, it is going to be I Need More Bullets taking control as the second flashpoint.
Yeah, their first percentage here on Flashpoint, and after a clean sheet on market, this got to feel good for them. And as well, on this defense, then we can get to see what their composition can really do, because it really was SXJ leveraging that positional advantage that got Swiss, yes, so far on that previous Flashpoint. So now, with the script flip, maybe we can see the same thing out of Divine, and with that overclock, it's going to be easier than ever for him.
Yeah, definitely is. The push coming in there from Swiss, yes, and might be able to force out Swaku, but the overclock gonna come through, and Tread is the one to fall down. The overclock gonna be helping them clean out this first fight and look to clean out the map and tie up the Flashpoint maps.
I mean, fantastic sightline there from Divine. No chance at all that anyone on Swiss, yes, could contest him, and popping the overclock. I mean, it's just a Kovacs routine for him. He cleans up too. And 95%, there's no chance at all for recontest. So as you mentioned, yeah, it's going to be tied up here. That being said, we're coming up to a rather expensive fight for both these teams. I mean, almost 5 check marks on both the sides. Divine, the only person who's going to be particularly far from their ultimate. So this next fight, Joker, is going to have fireworks.
It really is. It really is, unless there's just some miraculous play coming in from, say, SXJ. With this overclock, which we've seen to be possible, but the Amp Matrix is going to be the first thing to go first. There's the Gravitic Flux as well. Blizzard coming online from Pac to try to solidify this point. And it might just be enough through the sound barrier. They find the pill. Tread, though, going to get another pick as well, but it's still anyone's point at the moment, but Tread seems to be the lone man on the point for Swiss, yes, and they are going to go down in the end, as it is going to be I Need More Bullets taking the first capture of point number 3.
I mean, more ults spent for I Need More Bullets does mean they have a bigger advantage, but it also means in this next fight, then coming back, Swiss, yes, do have a real shot at this. Double support ult is going to be massively strong, so if this Blizzard doesn't connect onto realistically 3 or more, that it's going to be very, very rough for the defenders here to stay in control. That being said, we have not yet seen a point flip here on Flashpoint, so if that trend continues, then there still might be a shot here for I Need More Bullets.
Yeah, they do have these double support ultimates, which is going to be huge to stave off the aggression from Abstract, who has this Blizzard available, but we'll see if they even need it, or are they just going to find these picks early on. There's the sound barrier, there's the Blizzard coming in, and Pac's already out of the fight. The sound barrier now coming in from the side of I Need More Bullets. Tread gonna go down very low. The healing's going to be there, stopping Swaku at the doorstep, and that is going to be the fight, and the point flipped over and taken by Swiss, yes.
Exactly as I said, Blizzard doesn't really connect. Double support ult's just too strong. They run over. They do get the first flip. That being said, last fight territory here. So if it is flipped back, then Swiss, yes, well, they will have no chance to contest. And right now, they're going for a forward hold. They're trying to charge up to some of their ultimates, the Gravitic Flux, the Overclock, because they know they need these tools in these fights to come.
Yeah, it's now the rotation coming through from I Need More Bullets at the moment. Is Pac gonna go to half HP for the moment? So is SXJ, and well, SXJ is gonna go down to the Icicle, to the Dome from Pac there. The Amp Matrix is gonna buy them more time. The Flux coming out as well from Tread. You've got to be able to get these picks and keep things going your way. And well, that is going to be the case as Tread comes alive. The point is though flipped, and that is going to buy some time for I Need More Bullets here.
I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things. Oh, that's a blizzard you want back. That's a blizzard you want back. I mean, what was that 1v4? There's no chance at all that Pac was going to actually find the final blows there. So yeah, that's a big loss. And it's going to really, really hurt for I Need More Bullets coming into these next flashpoints because, I mean, giving up the second one there and using the blizzard, pretty much worst case scenario for them.
Well, Pac did make the swap over to the Tracer now, so maybe in the grand scheme of things, I mean, yeah, you'd like to have Blizzard and you'd like to have it for this first fight here, but now you're on to a different hero. You weren't going to be able to keep it. Might as well invest it and try to have a miracle play, but we'll see. It's 2-1. This is map point and match point for Swiss Yes right now. The sound barrier coming in as well as the overclock in response to that granite flux coming in from Swaku. Damage is coming out, but nothing's found just yet. They do find a pick with the overclock, but it's just not enough to deal with the damage that came out from that amp matrix from I Need More Bullets.
I mean, yeah, moving over to the Trace seems like at least here it was a good choice. Pac looks a lot more comfortable now, and we see the first fight won out here for I Need More Bullets. That being said, I mean, re-engaging, they have no tools at all pretty much to counter this Gravitic Flux, to counter this Blizzard, so it could just be a free fight win here for a Swiss Yes if they invest their ults correctly.
Yeah, now as the plays come through, the overclock coming in from Divine, but Divine's the one so low. 6J is going to be fouled out. They're only going to find that immortality field with the overclock as this Blizzard is going to be invested by Abstract, and they're going to be able to find Swaku. Are they going to be able to find more is the real question right now as Luca falls down. And that might have been an unwise investment coming in, but hey, the Pulse Bomb is going to be thrown out. Now with the Grid of Flux coming out, and UK is going to be felled out. It turns out to be a decent investment because you're able to hold on. Oh, the Rock almost finding Pac out. Pac goes down, and SXJ has made the swap over to the Tracer in that time.
I mean, 95%, it's going to be on a knife's edge, but the flip eventually does come through. Mirroring the Tracer now is SXJ, but Packet back goes back over to the main, maybe trying to force a change, but either way, I was going to see if the Tracer now going to pay off for Swiss, yes, and because Pac, to be honest, was getting a lot of work done, constantly haranguing the backline, but not really helping out with the frontline trade, so SXJ now going to flip that script, and the Maywall missing as well means that it's not a great start here for I Need More Bullets.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep things going. The Amp Matrix is going to buy Swiss Yes a lot of time here, and almost up to the Pulse Bomb is SXJ, but Tread very low right now. Gonna get that sound barrier at the perfect moment. There's the Pulse Bomb. It's gonna find out the immortality field. An outsider is down. Divine so low, but the trade still coming in for the side of I Need More Bullets, as they might be enough to keep things going their way. The supports are still there as Abstract trying to buy time. SXJ on the Tracer. Dread over to the Doomfist now as well. And they might be enough. They are trying to win it out here and now. The Flux comes through. They lose Divine. In the meanwhile, SXJ on the Tracer might be enough to hold out here, but the point is going to flip over for the moment. Tread is going to go down. SXJ very low. Going to be taken out of the fight. It has to go to point number 5, doesn't it, Spectrion?
I mean, there's no other way of ending this. And yeah, SXJ there did absolutely everything and more, but unfortunately going to be too much to ask. So giving up on the Trace now. Both teams back to the full mirror as this series started and as it will now end. Right now, the ult's most definitely in the favor of Outsider and co. So with those check marks, this first fight is going to be very hard for them to lose, and a lot of pressure on Swiss Yes to pull something out of the hat here.
This is going to be really hard as well, though, because, I mean, look at all those ultimates coming on from I Need More Bullets. Nothing on the table here for Swiss Yes at the moment, as now the plays are going to come in. The rotation's out. Divine looking for a shot. The point is going to be captured all early on from I Need More Bullets, and they don't find anything with that that first ultimate. Now they use this Blizzard online, but they don't seem to have gotten anyone with that. But SXJ is gonna fall. Abstract very low as well. but you stave off a lot of aggression from those two ultimates that came out, and now you can push in onto this, especially if you can find a pick of your own. But so much percentage is already being built up here by I Need More Bullets. Gravitic Flux gonna come out and be taken down as Tread in the midst of it all. This is not looking good for Swiss Yes, as they're losing so many players, and it's already up to 65% for I Need More Bullets.
Yeah, they have one more shot here. They will have the overclock, they will have the beat, but these stagger kills going to make it harder and harder to touch. The Flux as well, going to make it much, much tougher in this last engagement. So SXJ needs to find some fantastic value here. And Tread losing out his own Gravitic Flux is a humongous loss, but no one spotted SXJ.
OWSio going down is disastrous, though. They've got to have a huge play coming in from SXJ, but Tread falls down. This might just be it. The #1 seed looks to have fallen here, Spectrion, as the point is in the way. There's the picks going in the favor of I Need More Bullets. OWSio trying to starve for time. There's the Blizzard Online. The overtime bar ticks away. And that I Need More Bullets have knocked off the #1 seed to the lower bracket.
I mean, it took them every single point imaginable. 5 maps, 5 flashpoints, but they do it in the end. And I mean, that stall, I think, on Gardens was what really made or break the series. Eventually losing it out, just do some ridiculous comeback, it really just exhausted the ult bank, I think, was a big thing. It meant there was a massive advantage for I Need More Bullets coming into that final flashpoint and set up first with I Need More Bullets. They were able to just leverage that defensive positioning. They were able to win out the fight. And because of that, I mean, they win out the series, but it could not have been more closer if we tried, Joker. That was fantastic to watch.
It really was. It really was. So I hope you haven't lost any touch for I Need More Bullets, because we will be going back to them in a few short moments while we get Team Schweppes back into the lobby for the winners finals. So don't go anywhere, and if you do, come back in about 5 minutes.
Every single door. It's time to settle the score. This is the moment I've been waiting for. You ain't seen nothing like this before. Let me show you what it's all about. Yeah, watch me now.
What is happening here?
We see a big high ground push here. A sneaky Symmetra strand and already everybody.
There's the Pharah, and oh my god, Bari is already in a big load of
Well, the farming as well to AC. AC just creating incredible value for his team here. Just sliding through the enemy's background. Then
All right, everyone, welcome back. It is time for the winners finals. Grand finals is after this one and after the losers semifinals and after the losers finals. We are here for the next match up in the winners finals. We've got Schweppes versus I Need More Bullets. We're still waiting for Swaku to get back into the lobby for this matchup, but all right, now it looks like we are going to be heading to Antarctic Peninsula.
Yeah, an interesting place to start this off most definitely. It is a map that can favor a lot of different concepts. Normally those more brawly styles are going to be favored, more enclosed in. You know, if you want to play a Winston, you kind of can, especially on sub level. But very likely going to be either Sigma or Ryan, especially for what we've seen from these two teams. I mean, Ariel 2 can and will go towards the Ramacha very likely, but going to be very interesting to see how I Need More Bullets compete. Obviously, from what we just saw for them against Swiss, yes, then they do like to play the Sigma Mirror, so we've only seen them against the Sigma Mirror too. If they go up against something a little bit different, whether they're able to leverage the strength of their composition, or they get caught out by a bit of a curveball, though we're going to have to wait and see. And Antarctic Peninsula definitely a map that kind of allows those curveballs to come through, so I definitely think it's going to be a great weather vane for the rest of the series, will be Antarctic Peninsula. Also, I want to talk about the players a little bit, because I think from what we saw from I Need More Bullets, it was very much a team effort to come through. You know, there was no player who was like just going above and beyond, making it come through again and again for their team. It was good team play. It was people doing their jobs a little bit more that kind of got them the win over Swiss, yes. And from Schweppes, I mean, not saying they're not all fantastic, but I mean, it's Zerion and it was Ariel who were the names in our mouths again and again. So a bit of a clash of style as well as team comp as we head into Antarctic Peninsula.
Yeah, we'll see. Like, obviously, if going back onto like years or metas past, this has been always really brawl favorite. I mean, we'll see if that can changes, because I mean, like you were talking about, both these two teams have looked really good on the Sigma. Do we see maybe like we saw from Ariel 2 going back to the Ramatra here? Only time will tell. Only time will tell until we get in.
I mean, yeah, 25 seconds till the door unlocks, so we have a little bit of time to guess the theory craft, but I don't think there's anything that's going to change. I think the Ramcom actually plays a little bit better into the Sigma than it does into the Reinhardt. I do think that Ramatra into Ryan is always going to be very, very rough. But, I mean, if Ariota was able to win out that, which I think was probably the worst matchup, then I think that coming here into something a little bit more standard I mean, they probably have more practice time into it as well, so I do have to say I am favoring Ariel 2 and Ko here just a little bit, but they're in spawn. I'm not going to draw conclusions just yet.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that either. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. I mean, unless there's I mean, I do like the Doomfist as it does counter out Sigma, but I mean, yeah, we're not going to see the Doomfist at the moment. We're going to be seeing this Sigmira matchup.
Yeah, okay, so it looks like they're moving away from a little bit of their flavor, but right now, I need more bullets. We've seen them play this comp a little bit more, we've seen them be a little bit more proficient on them, so they might have a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, both of these two teams really fighting out here to start it up, looking for this the May wall to really solidify the fight in their favor, but also just a pick from one of these Sojourns would suffice, as Stelios is forcing the positioning on the point. Azirion going down. UK with a nice play, taking them out early on. The point is going to go in the favor of Team Schweppes, with Ariel 2 now falling down after that pick onto UK. The trades are still going to keep going back and forth. No one getting the upper hand, but it looks like for the moment, I Need More Bullets has it.
Yeah, they do. Only 10% accrued for their opponents as well, so yeah, a nice fight when coming through. That being said, the ult charge, very, very high for both Baptistes, so I expect we're going to see a bit of a slow fight until those windows come online in the next engagement.
Yeah, Window's going to be able to come online. Divine going to go down early on, though. The barcode is not what you want to see if you or I need more bullets. You already have gotten up to about 30% here, but you're going to lose it quite quickly as Barcode's just going on a tear here, finding everything that Schweppes needed.
I mean, the thing about these Sig Brawl compositions is that if a Sojourn especially gets onto a strong angle, there's very little you can do to take them off of it, and that's why Barcode has the absolute freedom to just sprint through the backline, doing whatever they please, and some lovely kills to get the flip straight back. Right now, this has been very back and forth, and that means that Team Schweppes might struggle here if that trend is to continue. That being said, ults coming online for both teams means that probably favors the defenders. That window, though, just to buy space.
Yeah, Window gonna come out, and Zirion takes down Outsider. Zirion takes Swaku down as well. The help, obviously, of Ariel 2's Granitic Flux. But at the end, it is still Team Schweppes holding strong.
That it is. They use the window, they use the flux, and they convert the kill. They manage to get the window as well out of their opponents, but it does mean at least there's going to be a small advantage here for I Need More Bullets with the additional ultimate. We're going to have to wait and see if that is going to be the difference maker here, because the Blizzard from Stelios, especially if well conditioned, could still mean that this fight goes out pretty quick.
It really could indeed. This is a perfect opening, though, for I Need More Bullets, as they've taken Ariel 2 out early on in the fight, and now the overclock coming in from Barcode is not going to find any value whatsoever, taken down. And, well, they are, it looks like, yeah, I Need More Bullets are going to be able to hold on to this, only having to invest one ultimate.
Yeah, that's quickly done. That's the value of the Sojourn, just getting an early pick, and then with the numbers advantage, your team can snowball it pretty quick, like. And now, I mean, back and forth again. It is last fight territory, at least for Team Schweppes. So if they re-engage quickly, they will have a nice shot at getting a quick flip. But, I mean, the ult's still in the favor of their opponents, and Pack's hiding with this Blizzard.
Overclock did come in from Divine here, but Pac is going to be the one to find the first pick on the Barcode. Blizzard comes in from Stelios. As well, and then it might be enough to turn the tide back into the favor of Team Schweppes, but Zeron falls. Still, the trades coming in, and Divine's very low, trying to deal with Stelios on this May, but they're now ran into Ariel 2 on the Sigma. Going down is Divine, and the picks going towards the favor of Schweppes for the moment. It is Pac still left on the point, but not enough to change it back for I Need More Bullets.
That was such a good fight plan for I Need More Bullets. Using the overclock on one side to try and force everyone into Pax Blizzard on the other, but unfortunately, they don't take the bait, do Team Schweppes, and they're able to win out the fight as well. And so much pressure onto Arios, who might be a terrible start for them. But popping the flux, can anyone even get on the point? It doesn't matter because Stelios on the point, it's down 3!
Yeah, Stelios finding 3 is huge in round number 1, going the way of Team Schweppes there, Spec John.
Yeah, I mean, that was so back and forth, so many point flips, and that's normally the opposite of what you see here on Control. The very standard would be somebody caps and just rolls that defensive advantage, maybe a flip when you have massive auto advantage, yeah, but instead, so many pretty much even odds fights, even ultimates won by the attacking side. That being said, I do think that Labs is maybe not the strongest point for the defender, so I don't expect that trend to continue here on sub-level. And again, sub-level is one of the maps, so you can change up your comp a little bit more if you do wish, but by the looks of things, not going to be the case. So Symmetras on both sides, to TP out of spawn, going to swap to Sojourn in short order, I expect. And yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing.
Yeah, it is indeed. But right now, we'll see if we see any swaps after this round, after this fight, as Ariel 2 very low. Gonna get the healing though from Xeron, and Swaku's gonna have to back up until they get the healing of their own. Being forced away as Pac goes down to the nice rock from Ariel 2. Still trying to hold on somehow, some way is I Need More Bullets, but they are gonna all go back to spawn in the end.
Yeah, that was quick, lightning fast, in fact, and that's going to mean a quick flip coming through as well. I think the important thing to note here is that there was really no chance for anyone to build ultimates from the I Need More Bullets side, and so there's a massive lead on pretty much every check mark for Team Schweppes, and if they manage to play this next fight slow, just charge into those ultimates, they can keep leveraging that advantage for the rest of this map to come.
Yeah, now rotation coming in from I Need More Bullets, but they're going to be running into Team Schweppes, and a lot of damage has already come out. Ariel 2 finding 3. This is looking a lot more clean from Team Schweppes on this round.
I'm not sure if they even needed that window, just because the wall was so damn good from Stelios. I mean, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from all of I Need More Bullets. Either way, though, it does mean that everyone else has their check mark. Stelios now hiding for the Blizzard has been good for these before, and I don't think he's going to get checked here, so with some good placement, then it could just mean another fight when going the way of Schweppes.
There's going to be the Blizzard coming online from Stelios. Gonna lock some people up, but for the moment, it's not going to find anyone. They did try to force the point, but that's not going to really work out in the end. Swaku has been found out by Barcode, and the Flux comes online. They're not going to have anything to deal with it, but this Immortality Field, UK was not in a position to use it, and in the end, it's up to 71% for Team Schweppes.
That it is. I mean, it's lost fight territory here. Swiss Lucio hiding for a boot, but Lucio gives up on that idea. Still, I mean, double support ults, pretty much everything, in fact, other than the Pulse Bomb online for the attacking side, but Pac has to move on to the Tracer just to touch overtime, I think.
Point being forced out yet again by I Need More Bullets. This has got to be where they should get the flip here. It's up to 95%, but still no picks have gone their way. They forced positioning away from the point for the moment, but you haven't found anything quite just yet, as Barcode's found Outsider, and this is looking good here to finish out the round and the map in the favor of Team Schweppes, as Barcode finds the UK out. The point gonna be going in the way of Team Schweppes, as well as the map. 1-0, starting it off for Team Schweppes.
I mean, it was so back and forth, so close on the previous map on Labs, but we go there onto sub-level, and it's an absolute shutout from Schweppes. I mean, they win that first fight so dominantly, and they just keep snowballing. They just rotate their ults fantastically. Well, not every play goes exactly according to plan, then when it doesn't, the mechanics are most definitely there to follow them up. I mean, that wall was still so beautiful. I mean, fantastic out of Stelios, and Schweppes with a great start to this series.
Yeah, very good start off from Team Schweppes here. Now we have the decision to where I Need More Bullets want to take this next map. And interestingly enough, we already have the choice coming in from I Need More Bullets there, as or not I Need More Bullets. Yeah, I Need More Bullets, because what am I talking about? They did lose that map, and now we have a swapping of sides, I believe, as well. If I'm as Schweppes are going on to the attacking phase first.
Yeah, and a circuit route being the map of choice is trying to force maybe some different comps to be played, I'd assume. I mean, you can still force that Sig rule if you particularly want, but I mean, by and large, what you expect to see is a little bit more poke, maybe double sniper on circuit rail, kind of infamous to that. The sight line's so long that means trying to get your composition to actually take space is very, very tricky. You're just going to get spammed out, somebody's going to land a headshot, and no one's going to have fun. So probably just going to be a double sniper mirror. Onto the DPS, especially pop off if that does happen, and the backline either going to be Baptiste Zen or Baptiste Ilari if that's what they end up playing. I mean, in that case, then all they have to do is contribute to the shield trade, help your Sigma stay alive, and essentially don't die. It's a big thing to pay attention to. Also, a lot of pressure on the Sigmas too. I mean, it can often seem like the hero plays itself, but there's a lot going into forcing those resources out. And if your Sigma's consistently losing out that trade, then it does mean that you have much less time to land your headshot as a sniper. So, I mean, the DPS, I think, got the biggest cross to bear here, but also one has to pay attention to Swaku and Ariel too.
We shall see with the point, or the spawn doors opening for the defense, and right now we aren't seeing that double sniper coming in from these two, from at least the defensive squad, and well, right now neither the attacking squad, but that still can change in the next 30 seconds here as Barcode hovering over that Widowmaker right now.
I mean, I'm assuming they're trolling with this backline because this is not a viable composition at all. On the defense, however, I mean, this is playable for them, but it requires they have to take the game at a very fast pace. They're going to have to go aggressive, because if they try and play slow against a Widowmaker, then they're going to get their heads ripped off time and time again. So if there's any chance at all to punish the aggression, then Schweppes are going to have a great chance. Oh, they're damage boosting Zen for a right click out to spawn. That's weird. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, so they are just going to go, I guess, for that damage boost, I believe is what happened. And then they swapped completely off, and they're just going to be going full mirror yet again. I mean, we haven't really been seeing double sniper since for a bit now. I mean, especially with that damage fall off that Widow has, but oh, a nice Maywall coming in from Stelios there, separating out Swaku. That's going to be a first fight done and dusted as the stragglers are being taken care of by Team Schweppes.
That was lightning fast. A wall, a rock, and I mean, the fight is over like Red Rover. There should be a chance to recontest before they reach second, but I mean, that's about as good as a fight that Team Schweppes could have hoped for, and Team Bullet's more than kind enough to give it to them. Re-engage now going to be hard, considering they have to drop. They will at least have some higher ground, but actually trying to stall the point is going to be very, very hard, especially for Swaku.
Yeah, it definitely is. As they're already being forced away by that consistent damage coming in from Barcode on the Sojourn. As now, the plays coming in, and Ariel 2's already taken out that Immortality field. Now they're going to have to deal with this Amp Matrix without really anything to stop him off his pack. Okay, they get the Blizzard online, but it's not, there's no follow-up. Stelios is going to fall. Grimmick Flux coming online. And then that should just be enough with the damage coming through from Team Schweppes to take this first point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky spot for both ways. It's an aggressive investment of the beat, but in a 2-on-2, maybe even a 2-on-1, there's a real shot for it to have some value. Both soldiers dueling, both go solo, but in the end, Barco's the one who trades it out. But this is so back and forth, and closer spawns are actually there for the defenders. Somehow they're able to stabilize. I mean, that's fantastic from them.
They had to invest a lot, though, Spectre, on going into this. You bought yourself time, but I don't think much more.
I mean, yeah, you still have some decent ultimates coming into this next fight, though. Yeah, there's a little bit of an advantage for the attackers, but I mean, the Flux, the Overclock, those are plenty good tools to work with. So I guess the main advantage for the defender is still going to be that positioning. Flux popped early, Overclock saved for a little bit.
Yeah, now the Soundmeter coming in from Swiss Lucio to try to finish things off here, but Divine's already found Zirion. The Blizzard has come out from Stelios. You need to be able to win this out. You've invested so many ultimates to take this fight. You haven't found really the picks off of it. You find Divine, but you need to find more, and there's the pick on the Outsider. Stelios might have done it. They just need to confirm these last couple of kills on to the remaining players, but can they do it? 60 seconds remaining. Swaku goes down so low. Swiss Lucio finds that pick, and finally it is going to be Team Schweppes taking this fight unless these stagger players can get anything done, and that's not going to be the case as Aerial 2 takes them out.
Yeah, it took them a little bit longer than they wanted, but in the end they do get the flip and pushing forward now, trying to cut up these stragglers. Swaku, I think, great choice just to go straight back just one, take the TP back. That means only Outsider's going to be the one going down. Still, all the space seeded essentially for free to Team Schweppes means that, I mean, I Need More Bullets is in a bit of a tricky spot, but Ariel 2 elects not to go for that forward hold. Just, you know, poking a little bit and then giving up. They choke.
But while going into this fight, Aerial 2 has this Cryptic Flux. UK is going to be able to build up to it in time, though. Sound Barrier going to be coming out, and, well, now this is the go sign for I Need More Bullets to take this hold. They've got this Blizzard available as well. So both Amp Matrices come on board. Just need to land one shot, and you might not even need to invest this Blizzard from either of their maze, but no picks come their way. Now the Blizzards are the next to go, most likely, unless they can find this early pick on to one of the two mazes. Divine is going to find Swiss Lucio out. Now Aerial 2 falling down, and yeah, the Blizzards aren't going to be invested, but you are going to lose out this fight, it would seem, if you are Team Schweppes.
Yeah, I mean, now it's just about trying to leave if you can, and if not, trying to die. That's what Stelos, by those things, is trying to just, you know, basing for attention like a Matador with a red cape, and will be taken down eventually. They were forced to find the final blow. And now you can reset, at least in relatively short order. You can re-engage with some very nice ultimates. Same could be said, however, of the defenders. And this is one of the hardest points in the game to attack. That high ground, so unassuageable. You have to go all the way around, either left or right side. Those chokes that the defenders can be more than happy to fire down into.
Blizzard going to come in from Pac here, but it is going to get Swiss Lucio out of the fight. The Blizzard going to be invested, though, in response from Stelios. They have this overclock to use as well to take things down, but might not need it. Barcode's found Swaku, and Stelios finds Pac. This should be enough to hopefully break out, open that really tough hold that I Need More Bullets had.
Yeah, sick attempt to clutch out. Fantastically played. The Blizzard isolating one, then he walls up to the high ground and deals with Outsider. I mean, that's brilliant play out of Stelios, and now there is a chance for a touch by Need More Bullets. They have the ultimates too, but a great May will going to make it so much harder.
It definitely is. Overclocks coming in from both of the Sojourns, but in the end, it doesn't look like Divine's going to be able to deal through the damage, deal through the sound barrier over health that the Swiss Lucio was able to proc up. This should be the point going their way. 30 seconds remaining, but it should be enough to capture second point, and it is. A minute 53 to go for Team Schweppes on their attacking phase.
I mean, that's not bad at all. Even just getting to this last phase of the map is brilliant, and getting the stagger onto Swaku too is exactly what they needed. I mean, that basically disallows any attempt to go for that forward hold. They have to go for that final corner, I think. Do I Need More Bullets? They have been rolled all throughout this attacking half, and while they do at least have the Gravitic Flux here, then they have very little else going for them. No early positioning, no momentum, no ults to even charge up to. Just the single Hail Mary, and trying to take high ground, maybe clearing through the left side as well. Swaku has plenty to do.
Yeah, Swaku has to... Oh, no, they lose Pac. Now they lose Divine. Swaku has this flux, but you can't use it now. You have to back up and wait.
I mean, it's looking absolutely terrible right now for I Need More Bullets, especially with the flux pop, just saving it for the perfect opportunity, and it's going from bad to worse for them.
That's a gross play coming in from Aerial 2, taking Swaku out of the fight. They knew they had flux in that fight. Now the Blizzard's just going to come out, stalling it. Okay, I was about to say, did it just get eaten somehow? No, it's just in celebration as the side of Team Schweppes capture all 3 points.
I mean, that's not something you see very often at all on Circuit Royale, even less so, though, with time. So Team Schweppes have had one of the fastest attacks I've seen in a little while, especially through that last point. Remember, they had, what, a minute 30 as they came into the third area of the map? And then, just because of that isolation, that great late kill onto Swaku, they're able to turn it into one fight. They win that fight out consistently, and they dominantly. And because of that, they are in a pole position to take Circuit Royale.
Yeah, they really are. And I mean, Team Schweppes right now looking really good. They were only the 3rd seed in this the going through from the Swiss stage, but I mean, they're looking really good, looking to book their ticket to the grand finals. Obviously not this map, but next map. And I mean, they're doing pretty in this pretty decisive fashion right now.
I mean, I can't disagree with that. That's exactly how it's been so far.
Yeah.
Schweppes right now, look, they're just playing better Overwatch.
Yeah.
They are definitely capitalizing on the experience, on the opening, sorry, that they're offered fantastically. And when it comes down to it, the mechanics too are absolutely there to compete. I have to say, Stelios has been a standout for me on this map and the last. Great Mei walls, great right-click value. Blizzards have been huge as well. Everything you could ask out of your Mei. And Schweppes going for this left room hold, just trying to get absolutely as close as possible before they fight, and Mei will split, but Zerion falls first is not the way they want to start this out.
Yeah, definitely not. As it's just gonna lose your that full or that spawn hold pretty quickly. Now you have to die or get out as quickly as you possibly can if you are the remaining members of Team Schweppes.
And getting this distance early is exactly what you want to see. That being said, because they held so aggressively forward, there's a chance that Schweppes here can milk 3 fights out of this first point of the map, which is the advantage of playing this Brawl comp, the advantage of fighting so early on. So they will be able to re-engage a little bit earlier than their counterparts were. We'll see if that's enough an advantage here, though.
Yeah, now Aerial 2 gonna go kind of low, but still staying alive. Zerion with that nice healing coming through, as well as somewhat of consistent damage from the Baptiste as well, just forcing back. I need more bullets, and Pac going down is huge as well for this defensive hold that Team Schweppes are looking to do, as Aerial 2 finds out Swaku.
Yeah, and then sets them straight back to spawn. That is picture perfect out of Schweppes. Even though they lose first fight, then they're back in basically the same situation. And Stelios sends Pac straight back to spawn again, who's been picked first in consecutive fights. And then also those icicles, those are just some dirty shots, man. So right now, I mean, Schweppes are looking all teed up to take this map. And another railgun onto Outsider. It looks like nothing is going the way of I need more bullets.
Yeah, not at all right now, and you're winning these fights off just one pick, and you're able to save these ultimates for a real engage coming in from I Need More Bullets in a few short moments. They've got 2 minutes still left on the clock here.
I mean, right now, you have to charge into your ult and maybe take an ult fight. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Pack the furthest way, about 80%. But the same can be said on the other side of the board. Blizzard popped early. This one connects onto the Sigma, and the walls are block off the lamp. That's fantastic out of Stelios again.
Yeah, what a great play coming in from Team Schweppes there, looking for the cleanup. They do lose Swiss Lucio, but that's a trade you'll take all day because you can get your Lucio back as quickly as you possibly can. You got to back up, though, now without that speed.
The advantage of fighting so close to spawn for the attackers, it means that you can respawn very, very quickly. Any pick you get is going to trade out the very, very positively, but right now they're not getting these kills, and Barcode with another kill to Pac.
Yeah, Pac going down as not good at all. 5 ultimates on the board, but are you going to even have a chance to use it because Swaku's already gone? A minute on the clock remaining, but again, they have these ultimates here, Spectron. This is a must-win. You might see all 5 come off the board from I Need More Bullets here.
Just such a tricky spot for I Need More Bullets. Yeah, they do have all the check marks, but there's still 3 on the other side too. They do not have any momentum on their side whatsoever, and even if they do spend heavily to win out this fight, there's a chance for a touch on the next.
As there's the Amp Matrix coming in early on from Outsider. The Flux, though, coming out as well. And you're not investing you're not investing the Sound Bear. What is going on? Pac falls down after using the Blizzard as well. This is disastrous for I Need More Bullets. Is this 30 seconds remaining?
Yeah, I mean, they have a chance to at least get out of spawn. Divine going down that late makes it a little bit more awkward, and Pac, it flirts with the idea of the Tracers to try and get the touch, is told no. So UK, I think, all the pressure on their back to try and get overtime started. A beast engage would allow them to at least get on the cart, but even that they haven't been able to manage throughout the rest of this attacking round.
Flux is going to come out early on, but the Sound Bear is there in response. You've got to need a hero play coming in from the Divine. The overclock coming through. Aerial 2 very low. Immortality field coming through. And Divine's found Aerial 2. Now the sound barrier coming in as well. Can this be enough for I Need More Bullets to finally hold on? But Barcode, just nasty shots coming out. Yeah, again, the sound barrier is dissipated. Is this enough for Team Schweppes to hold on? Barcode falls down, and in the end, they get the fight win. But it's still not close enough that Team Schweppes might have an opportunity, and they have this Blizzard available.
The window 2 from Zerian's coming online, so they might have got through the first hurdle, but there's another bigger one here before they even get to extend play. Schweppes, the Blizzard, the window, more than enough to convert the fight. They've done more with less, and Barcode is on top form right now.
They really are. The overtime bar is in effect here. Blizzard coming in from Pac. In response as well comes out Stelios says, you've got to be able to keep Aerial 2 alive, and Zerion does that as Outsiders falling down. This might just be it here as the fight is going in the way of Team Schweppes, with Swaku falling down, and the rest of I Need More Bullets falls. The Gravitic Flux in celebration. To the skies goes Aerial 2, and Team Schweppes take map number 2.
I mean, a trip up there from I Need More Bullets means that Team Schweppes is now a step away from Grand Finals, and I mean, that was clinical. That was absolutely clinical on Circle. The map choice, perhaps, of I Need More Bullets, but it didn't look like it by the way that played out. I mean, 38 seconds left on the time bank after finishing is insane by any means, but I mean, that first point hold was absolutely picture perfect. It looks like I Need More Bullets never had even a chance to get into that. And even after they won the first fight, to remind the viewer, I mean, they had no chance at all of taking the second until they outbanked ults, till they just threw check marks at the problem. And because they did that, Schweppes in the next fight had a massive advantage. So King's Row looks like it's going to be the decider. It could well be the graveyard for I Need More Bullets by the way that Schweppes is playing right now. And we're going to have to see a fantastical step up, an absolute clutch up of gargantuan proportions if I Need More Bullets is going to take this map, if they're going to stay alive in this series.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the good thing is this is a chance to reset your mentals. You're going into a map that is known. You know this map like the back of your hand. And I mean, especially being on the defense to start out, if this is the way things go out, you can change the momentum very quickly if you can get a nice defensive hold here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, but I mean, they need to get a good defensive hold here, and from what we saw from them, at least on Circuit Royale, yeah, a slightly different map to play, but still very similar in many ways, that their defense, unfortunately, riddled with holes by Schweppes, so going to have to be a big step up as well just to get that kind of defense rolling. I will say that Kings Row does have some maybe easier positions to play as a defender. Doesn't really have the same intricacies that Circuit might have, so if you want to maybe put a little bit more onto your backline to pop off, that's always a possibility. I do think, though, that trying to play the Sig Mirror here was maybe not the choice, at least from what we saw there. The Brawl is just going consistently the way out of Schweppes. Their Wolves, especially, were finding a lot more value. Their fight plans, too, I think. I have to shout out whoever's doing the shot calling on for Team Schweppes, because their decisions have been picture perfect the entire way through.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, they've been able to just focus out players immediately and decisively, and that's a huge way. That's a huge boon to their success. And continuing that, they have definitely a good opportunity here to win it out and book their ticket to the grand finals and send I Need More Bullets to the losers bracket.
I mean, so far, it does look like that's the case, and by the looks of things, yeah, an adaptation has been made. Swaku's moved over to the Reinhardt. I do quite like this. I think it does have some great idea behind it, and I think that at this point, you did need to change something up. You needed just to do something, you know, because clearly the Sigma was not working. Reinhardt is going to accomplish that. If they take these close tank-on-tank trades, then as long as Swaku does it quick, then he is going to win this out. So it's now on to the attackers to play a slow fight, and to burn down the resources, to get Swaku low, to break the shield, because that is when the Sigma's going to do the best. Right now, though, just Widowmakers and Yasuo out to spawn, trying to fish for a pick are the attackers. Very likely won't find anything, though.
Yeah, I mean, Outsider just got so lucky there. That was definitely not fully charged, so they stay alive even through that Mercy pocket. I mean, that could have been just disastrous. It could have ended everything right there and then. So now the ghost sign is going to be there, and they're going to have to go right in onto Aerial 2, and the healing's going to be there, but for not very much longer, as the aggression is starting off strong for I Need More Bullets.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go aggressive here, and that's exactly what we see. And Ariel, seeing exactly what he's up against, is going over to Remarch, is going to have a little bit more survivability. Still going to be a little bit vulnerable to the Earth Shatters, as we have discussed before. But it's his hill he elects to die on. It's not a choice I think that's too bad whatsoever.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, Ariel has looked good on the Ramatra as well as the Sigma. Again, you can take it a little bit more brawly with that Nemesis form, but you're going to have to get up close and personal for that time being, and there's the nice Maywall coming in from Pac there, but Pac's forced away for the time being because they got some nice shots coming in. Divine for the back, though, looking for the support line as Aerial 2 takes down Swaku. It is going to be traded, though, but you lose your tank, and you definitely you cannot lose your tank in these duels, as now Schweppes are going to be able to go forward and force point objective, and probably going to be able to get this point taken.
I mean, this retake is a possibility. With Zerion going down, it's going to be a lot harder. The window as well pops, they're going for this, and you just have to give up space if you're defending.
Yeah, UK is going to fall down, though. Stelios can change this back into their favor quite quickly. Aerial 2 does need to get this healing, though, as the May duel coming out on high ground, and Stelios goes down. You know, he had that opportunity to come back into this fight, but now probably no longer without your May, as they're going to invest Annihilation, and it's going to find UK out of the fight. Divine pops their overclock, finds Barcodes. There's the Blizzard coming out of line as well from Pac to try to keep things going in the defensive way, but right now they aren't looking too good with Swaku falling down, and that is going to be the fight done and dusted. Team Schweppes are finally able to unlock point number 1.
A great map flip coming through there from Ariel 2 and Co. Able to get into the Arch and the Hotel. I mean, the crossfire, unfortunately, too much to withstand for I Need More Bullets, so sent back to spawn. That being said, Swaku now does have the Earth Shatter. And if I'm Schweppes, I'm trying to think of ways to counterplay that, ways to play around it, because if it connects, it's going to be all over like Red Rover, at least for this fight.
Yeah, right now, both these two teams looking to go into it, but obviously, at the moment, Team Schweppes have the upper hand with this Blizzard coming online, and, well, the rest of their ultimates coming available quite soon as well. No picks, though, coming in from that Blizzard, but forcing back I Need More Bullets for the moment. But now, with Zerion falling down, that's the go sign for Swaku and company to rush onto them. The Shadow comes out, only connects to Stelios, though. This is, but it's still going to be enough to stop Team Schweppes in their tracks.
I mean, it only connects onto Stelios, but Stelios brings so much value to the team that, I mean, there's no chance of winning a fight without him. The wall, the freeze, the sustainability, all of that leads together into a package that allows your team to sustain. And right now it's going for the spawn hold. So aggressive, but so bold. I love this.
It really is. But you're going to have to deal with ultimates coming available, and UK is already out of the fight. Aerial 2 is going to probably fall down. They're going to proc the Annihilation, and it's going to help take out Swaku and keep that overhealth in the fight. Now they push forward and force back the remaining members of I Need More Bullets as they get the cart back in their favor for the moment.
That they do, and I mean, Divine Pack going down as well. Those staggers means that this payload is just going to get further and further, deeper and deeper into King's Row. And with the Earth Shatter out, Swaku elects to make changes over to the Sigma. This was something I expected to see for a little while, but we're finally seeing it now. Trying to win out those long-range engagements by the looks of things. So now the script has flipped. It's onto Ariel 2 and his compatriots to go aggressive, to go quickly. Swaku will be winning this ones out.
Yeah, definitely is. Almost to the end there, as now the overclock comes in from Divine, as well as the Amp Matrix from Zerion. Blizzard comes out. They need to get that follow-up damage on to the frozen members of Team Schweppes. That's just not going to happen now with Aerial 2 finding UK out. This is the go sign for Team Schweppes to finish things off and take point number 2 in a decisive fashion.
I mean, and it is decisive, right? I mean, nothing, it feels like, went the way of the defenders there. Swaku and Koda sent straight back to spawn, and now maybe a fight and a half left to try and stop the map from being completed. We've seen a cap in quicker time here, but that being said, that was off the back of an absolutely humongous stagger. It doesn't look like Schweppes will get a gift like that again here, but they do have the Blizzard. They can make their own opportunities, and a great look at a Maywall could be a pick.
Yeah, as now Stelios almost goes down. They have the Blizzard available to stave off anyone coming onto them, but don't need to use it at the moment. UK's fallen down. It was trying to build up to that sound barrier. You can invest this Blizzard if you do want to, but you might not need to, and you save it for this next fight.
I mean, yeah, coming close now, it means that at least will be a recontest. No changes just yet. Window pops to try and make the point more awkward to play, but someone has to touch the objective.
Yeah, they have to get there in the end, and now Stelios. Oh no, they get HX'd out of their Blizzard. That is a huge play coming in there from Swaku and company. Able to stop that hold for the moment. Now the Annihilation being used in response, but Aerial 2 can't really go in any longer. Just all this damage coming out onto them. They force him back though. Now with the Grid Flux coming in from Swaku, Divine's gonna go super low, but they do not find any picks off of that Flux. There's the Blizzard in response coming out from Pac, but again, they only find Aerial 2. Now the Sound Barrier comes through and Pac is falling down, and the rest of Team Schweppes are there with the overclock coming in from the Barcode, taking UK down, and that is going to be that. The point is going to be captured with time above a minute.
I mean, this is everything you could have asked for, to be honest. If you're the attackers, you get the cap, you get above a minute. The only thing that could have been any better is a bigger time bank, but I mean, realistically, that doesn't matter all that much. So, I mean, everything coming up heads right now for Team Schweppes and their opponents. I mean, they have everything to do. They also have to finish with decent time left, else will be, at best case, a draw for them. And they would love this map. They desperately need this map because remember, this game, this is who goes to the grand finals, who drops into the losers final. So much pressure right now on to all of I Need More Bullets, and unfortunately they are wilting underneath it.
Yeah, the pressure seems to be getting to them right now, and Team Schweppes keeping on thriving in said pressure right now. Obviously, we are paused for about a minute there. And now Stelios ready back up, and well, the game is going to be unpaused, and we'll be going into the attacking phase of I Need More Bullets.
I mean, I'm curious to see if they have anything new to throw at this problem, but as I think about it, I can't think of any easy solutions to what they're doing. I can't think of any strange gimmicks you can just throw at the problem. Maybe you could go like a Bull Farah comp, something like that, just a total curveball, but we haven't really seen anyone really look towards something like that. I don't think it's massively strong in the current meta, so I mean, I mentioned it before, but when you're losing like this, you do need to make some sort of adaptation. You need to make some sort of change, but it's unfortunately you need some sort of life for that, and it was a pretty dominant cap there coming through for Team Schweppes.
I mean, this could be the time to bring out Doomfist, especially if Aerial 2 goes over to the Sigma here. I mean, I do really like the Doomfist into the Sigma matchup. Just the disruption that Doom can cause. If you can get that follow-up that we have seen in the past from I Need More Bullets with the DPS, that could be the answer to their problems. But again, it needs to happen, and you need to be able to see it. Is Aerial 2 not going to be the one going over the Doomfist, sticking on the Sigma?
I will say, Joker, that a good example of playing the Doomfist into the Sigma would probably be the Overwatch World Cup Grand Finals, where it's very playable if you're playing into the Sojourn, but if the Sojourn goes Bastion, unfortunately, you just have to go back onto Sigma. So I probably wouldn't love to see a Doomfist there. I also think Doomfist, very hard to get value out of if you don't have a lot of time on the character, and some tanks do, some tanks don't. Swaku, by the looks of things, after seeing what the opponents are running, are going to be back over to the Rhine, and this did pay out pretty well last time this matchup happened. So Aerial 2, if it can't win out this fight consistently, likely going to be moving over to the Ramatra, but we've seen how this works before when the sides were swapped. Here, again though, on the defense, Aerial 2 might have an easier time of things.
Yeah, they have to walk towards them, you know. That's the biggest thing for the defensive team. But Stelios having to force ice block already thanks to a nice shot from Pac. It's going to be nice here. As now the picks come in, or no picks coming in just yet. The rotation's coming in, and the abilities being invested. Still, they have to find something. They are going to force Immortality Field early on as Zirion is very low. The peel is going to be there for the moment, so keeping Zirion in the fight is so crucial to this composition. They are the linchpin throughout this entire series for the Team Schweppes composition, as nice icicles are coming in from Pac, though, onto the opposition, onto Swiss Lucio, still forcing it out, and still nothing is really quite done just yet.
I mean, really good angles for Zerion and Barcode especially mean that they can just keep spamming damage in. Windows here early and walled off in front of it. There's a real shot that Stelios could have gone down here, but instead, Swaku on a deep angle is under a lot of pressure, and Barcode finds the first railgun onto Pac.
Yeah, Pac going down. Now it just has to be a disengagement from I Need More Bullets, trying to stay away, but another nice Maywall coming through. Gonna be able to get out for the time being, though, as Swaku stays alive. Now they have Shatter online.
That they do. There is a chance that Ariel 2 could block it with the shield, but it's going to be rough. And instead, just going for an early Gravitic Flux. Outsider taken down. Yuki as well. This fight is over before it began. And that means that it's going to be under 2 minutes before there's another chance to attack. Swiss Lucio killing Pac and Spawn is pretty emblematic of what we've seen throughout the series. Yeah, it's true. Shatter could flatten whoever's on the front line, but I think the real heroes have always been Zerion and Barcode, who on this high ground have been tearing I Need More Bullets to shreds, and now bolstered by the Overclock can only get stronger and stronger.
Good thing, though, is they invested two very good ultimates in that fight when you probably only needed one. Now they're forced back. Divine's already found Zirion out of the fight. The overclock from Barcode is there, but you've lost Aerial 2 unless Barcode can do something to change the entire tide of this fight. Finding another pick. They do go down in the end, though. There's no hero plays to be had in that fight as Pac solidifies it with a pick on the Swiss Lucio.
I mean, Barcode made them sweat, but unfortunately the Blizzard far too good for I Need More Bullets. A great Maywall in the choke as well, meaning they had nowhere to go but spawn. And yeah, the point will be unlocked. Decent time bank as well, so there are still legs to down on yet for I Need More Bullets in this series, but only the Overclock to work with right now. Outsider can charge into that window, but it's very likely a beast engage from Ariel 2 and Co here.
Yeah, now, will be available from Swiss Lucio to probably either go into this or try to stave off the aggression coming in from I Need More Bullets, as they going to invest this Amp Matrix early on. But they could just go away and just wait it out for the moment. But now they can use their own Amp Matrix in response, and now it has to just wait and back up. There's the Blizzard coming online too, and you're going to be able to take Swaku out of the fight, as that's just a clean fight coming in from Team Schweppes.
I mean, that was surgical there. Just a Blizzard, a window, and a fight comes through. They're able to save the beat through, likely saving it maybe for one of the DPS ults that their opponents have to bear. But they keep the flux through as well, which, I mean, with a common wants to play group top, this is going to find so much more impact than it would against maybe a dive. So, I mean, right now, Schweppes are back in control, and firmly so.
Overclock coming in from Divine to start it off. With Flux from Aerial 2 there as well, and not going to invest the sound area as UK, interestingly enough, into that. So they still have it for this next engagement, and they might just be able to use it to just get engagement off on this Blizzard here. But no, they don't even need that, as all the picks coming in their way off the Blizzard coming in from Pac there. But Zirion finds Divine, but it's just going to be only that consolation prize. So I Need More Bullets are going to be able to keep pushing forward.
I mean, because Stelios dies on the cart, the stagger is not nearly so bad as long as nobody else goes down here. And Divine coming back a little bit late is also a nice advantage. There should at least be an opportunity to touch one more time, I believe. And saving the beat through is a bit of a silver lining here for Swiss Lucio as well. Got frozen up before there was a chance to invest it. That means you have some great ults on the recontest.
Yeah, ults available for the side of Team Schweppes. The sound barrier coming in now as the overclock as well from Barcode can be the difference maker in this fight if they can find a shot, but Swaku is going to go down early on to some nice team play from the side of Team Schweppes. That is going to be the hold coming out. 1:15 left to go, and Pac is stuck out there as they're going on a little journey here. Trying to stay alive, but also if they can stay off them for the moment, they might be able to get enough time in the bank and allow people to get back to the point. They finally go down.
This is worst case scenario. This is worst case scenario. Pac goes down this late. You're far away from all of your ults. It's 50 seconds left on the bank. You have essentially one more fight. So now you're coming in ult disadvantage, low on time. And if Schweppes want, they can just go forward, force you to just rush through them and get punished. Even so, they can just wait for you to push into them because they know with the Blizzard close to the Flux that they're going to win out the fight. So, I mean, we have to see a mechanical play. Divine has to make something, miracles happen, else Team Schweppes will win out this match 3-0.
Yeah, this might be over here. Pac on the Symmetra. Is it going to be the difference maker they were hoping for? They were going to be going into a lot of ultimates. There's the Flux coming out, as well as the Blizzard, and that might just be it. Spectrion, as there it goes. The time bank rolling away. Team Schweppes have taken the map and the series in a 3-0 fashion, booking their ticket to the grand finals.
I mean, that was absolutely surgical from Schweppes. Never looked like they really broke a sweat playing that. And, I mean, in that final fight, it was absolutely perfect. Play slow, play your advantages, and eventually you're going to get the win as long as nobody slips up. And that's exactly what we saw happening there. Great Blizzard, freezing up 2, I believe, or in fact 3 there. And then just converting the numbers advantage. They didn't even need to use the Gravitic Flux that they had built up to. So, I mean, I need more bullets. They had some nice attempts, but unfortunately Schweppes today were the better team. That's exactly why they deserve their berth to the semi, or to the finals, in fact. And they need more bullets now. They will have a chance, at least, to come back for a rematch. They will have a lower bracket final to play into. But that's going to be for a little while now. I believe we're going to send it to a short break, and when we're back, we will have more Overwatch for you.
Yeah, we're going to head to a short little break. Don't go anywhere. Stick around for more Swiss Elite Series after this.
Mauga. I'm gonna kill him.
Reaper, Sombra, report.
Mission success, Akande. We achieved the objective.
Yeah, me and Smokey got the power relay data, just like you wanted. Well, most of it.
Most of it. What I wanted was a clandestine operation. Clean, surgical, and precise. You just destroyed a 300,000-ton null sector carrier in broad daylight. I could see the explosion from space.
Okay, so we ran into a few problems.
I am listening.
Tracking the target was easy. The ship was badly damaged in Gothenburg. Never even made it back to base. Which was better for us.
All clear.
Mauga! This is supposed to be surgery. We don't need a butcher.
Don't worry, they're dead.
Deactivated, and I wasn't worried.
Yeah. Hey, you guys know what we should do?
Yeah, we should grab the data. You know, like we planned. There you are, Preciosa. Time to tell me all your secrets. Okay, access, data, power relay system.
Hey, are we, taking suggestions?
Just hold the perimeter.
Yeah, whatever.
Mauga!
What is he doing?
Not sticking around. How long?
Almost! Hey, Calavera Man! You dance pretty good.
Stop. Very illuminating. But are you saying he's no longer loyal to us?
Ha! You can have his loyalty. Mauga is a loose cannon, and I don't trust him.
We're out of time. Sombra, we've got to go.
Not without the data. I got this. So you want to play, huh? Okay, let's play. Ha! Don't think it hasn't been fun. Huh? The op should have been a piece of cake. It wasn't. All because of him.
A partial victory is no victory at all. Deal with Mauga, or I will deal with you.
Hey, Psalms, what did the big man say? Oh, let me guess. Handle it. Yeah, he doesn't mess around, does he?
We did our job. We came up short because of you.
Aw, that ain't fair. You know I'm always looking out for you. I even brought you a souvenir. Ain't nothing more fun than a sinking ship. And if there's one thing I know, it's ships. Yeah, I tried to tell you earlier, but you look kind of busy. So I took a walk. If DF really wanted the plans to build his new power thingy, how secure would it be if we actually just got him theirs? They wouldn't be needing it anymore. Especially if nobody got that distress signal. No ship, no record, no witnesses, no problem. He may not be happy now, but you give Doomfist that, and he'll be all smiles. Looks like you owe me one. But who's counting? Hey, this was fun. Want to do it again sometime? You know where to find me. Now this was a great day. What a day. It's good to be alive. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I wasn't always the friendly, carefree guy you see before you today. I used to take things very seriously. I never had time for fun. But one day I realized something had to change. I needed to work on me. Now I've got a whole new outlook on life. I realized that it's okay to put myself first. Found out that I have a knack for bringing people together. Whoa! And I learned how to let loose with friends. I work hard. And I play hard. So, I only have one question for you. Ready to have some fun? Sorry to keep you all waiting. But now that I'm here, let's have some fun. Yep, that's my name, all right. And this right here is Gunny. And she can light up the whole dance floor. And this one's Cha-Cha. He's a sensitive little fella, a real hothead. And when I fire them both, it's double trouble. Actual gameplay footage. Going so soon, I'm gonna miss ya. Don't tell me that's it. Both hearts pumping. I got your back. For now. Here I come. Say quick, Kiki. We got him where we want him.
Unbelievable.
So was I worth the wait? We're gonna have a hell of a time. Woo!